You guys laughing?
Yo,
I'm being serious, bro. Like,
No,
Ron
no,
Pop
bro.
gave him.
Wait, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Who's talking? Who is
Red Nose,
talking?
Red Nose is speaking
No, go
facts
ahead.
right now.
Red Nose. What are you saying, Red Nose?
No, I'm saying Zoro will lose to fucking Hannibal.
Now?
He will lose to him.
Yes.
Back then,
Back then, he will lose to him.
Oh, okay. No, even now.
I don't know. Listen, in hockey, we can't say that because we have no facts. But
no,
we
we
do have
can.
facts.
Yes, we
No,
can.
hold on.
If he's around, if he's like Warden level around that Magellan,
Sure.
yeah. The hockey, I said he's Shiryu already. Hockey,
Oh shit, dude. Then you're spitting facts. Why don't they
dude.
accept it?
I know they
He's
don't.
not sure.
Wait, so you telling me Hannibal be
He's
Shiryu?
just making this shit up.
Hannibal be Shiryu?
No, look, you understand. Over the two, everyone has been progressing over the 2 years. When Hockey and I are saying he's Shiryu, we're saying like from 2 years ago, yeah, they'd have a good fight. Shiryu's probably stronger now, okay? So he's not beating him.
Okay. So you're saying they've all been progressing, right?
Yeah, of course. Everyone has.
But so you're saying Shiryu can now beat Hannibal, but 2 years ago he couldn't.
No. Of course.
No,
he did
reverse.
2 years ago. I'm saying Hannibal now is probably giving that Shiryu from 2 years ago an extreme to fight.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. No. See,
I'm saying
you were saying he's Shiryu, which is like implying.
That's what you're saying.
No, you have to clarify shit like that, man.
Oh, come on, you guys know what I'm talking
No, I didn't.
No. Yeah, you don't.
Okay, I'll clarify.
Stop doing that.
He said he's Shiryu. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Chris, you know what I was saying, right?
I knew they were just talking over you.
Y'all talked. Wait, no, because you guys talked about it before. We didn't know what you were talking about.
No, we didn't. We and Chris have not talked about this before.
Chris said you guys talked about it.
I talked about it with
yeah.
other people before. Not with
Yeah,
him.
see? Yeah,
People
see?
have asked me about it,
Yeah.
and I bring it up every time.
Look, here, Brago. I just want to make sure, because, like, look, I'm saying is, like, you guys started off by laughing at the simple logic of it, right? So I just want to make sure, like, we understand, like, a couple fundamentals, right? Like, for the whole Admiral thing, like, it's stated that Fleet Admiral is a higher rank, and that it's, like, a higher position in terms of power, too, like, several times. Especially, like, as
Please
recent
point out those times. Point out those times real quick. Point out those times.
Big Mom flashback.
No,
Okay,
it said or. It said or. That's
Oh,
official.
No, it said or even a, so it's kind of implied or
it's
even.
literally
Janoy,
Janoy, I'm sorry, but like everyone knows what's going on, Janoy. Right now, bro,
Bro,
you can't be explaining
trying to
shit
say
right
that
now,
Akainu's
but
way
you're
stronger
wrong,
than-
Janoy, okay? It's
Trying to
done.
say that Akainu's way stronger than Kuzan right now.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's explain real quick. What was the start of this whole situation?
All right,
What
this is
started it?
happened.
Because
This
they
is
were
what
saying...
happened. I said-
Wait, Legendary explain. Legendary explain it.
Let me. All right, we was talking about Kuzan and Akainu, and he said that Akainu got stronger because he's the fleet admiral, and that he should be like way stronger than Kuzan now. I'm like, how is he way stronger? It's the same shit. He's just a fleet admiral now. He's
Wing
still gonna win.
asked me if he's
He's gonna
Yonko
barely
level
beat
now. Wing asked me if he's Yonko level now, and I said, of course, Akainu is
And then I
Yonko
brought up
level
Kuzan.
now.
I said,
The
oh,
man's a
he's
fleet admiral.
And I said,
Okay, but the thing is, Dan, like, remember, they did go for like a 10-day fight, bro, without.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay, no, but thing is, okay, but
So
why
what?
you
2
talking
years
like?
ago, and everyone has
Listen,
been
listen,
progressing.
I'm not trying to yell, bro.
Do you assume Kuzan hasn't been progressing?
No, they have
You're
great
assuming Aokiji hasn't progressed at all, bro.
No, I'm
You're-
not. No, I'm not at all.
You're
I'm literally giving you the answer, Mercy.
Oh shit! Why you get so
Different-
close to the mic, bro? That shit feel weird. Okay.
Yo,
They grow at different rates.
Grimjow, what's good, bro?
They grow at different rates, Mercy. He grew faster. That's all that happened.
Why do you assume he grew faster? What is that?
He's a fleet admiral, Brago.
Okay.
no, they're on the same.
Exactly. I don't
Hockey
know.
Bloom's in an extreme situation. I think fighting for 10 days like that.
I think they both
Extreme
got strong.
situation.
I think they both got
Yeah, they
stronger.
definitely-
Brago, look here, Brago.
Yeah, they're all the same strength.
Brago. When the story was first starting out, Brago,
Yeah.
it was pretty clear that Sengoku was the superior to them, right?
Because he was their superior.
No, I know. That's my whole point, Brago. No, Brago. Seriously, that's my point.
By rank.
I know by rank.
Yeah, there's
And
actually
every time we see the Marines, right?
Mhm.
Every time you go up in rank, you saw stronger people. Is it really that crazy to think that Sengoku was better than them when
if
the
I don't
if
think Sengoku can
hey,
beat him.
What about
I,
Garp?
I have
What about
something
Garp?
to add to that.
Garp's an outlaw.
Yeah, Grim.
Garp's an outlaw.
What Grim? What's Grim's response? What Grim got to say?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, if you remember, the highest person that we saw, we know that was Fleet Admiral was Kong, and we don't know what relevance to strength for him. But for Sengoku, it was alluded to in Chapter Zero that, and in Chapter Six, consequences to that Garp may be stronger than Sengoku. So being the Fleet Admiral does not necessarily like designate you as being the strongest. We then get Akainu, who the story told us that these three people were the same strength, and that it even alluded to through a confusion in translation that Aokiji may have been the strongest person designated by the Gorosei. So that shows the president that like both times now, out of the three people that have been fleet admirals, two of them may have not been the strongest in that position. So the fleet admiral isn't necessarily the strongest person. Just let you know.
Let's try to scale it really quickly.
Garp is like a
Right, I hear you. I hear you. Let's try to scale it.
Stronger than Admiral.
How strong do we think Kong is right now?
I think he's trying to
weaker than Admiral.
No, I got a
Weaker
question.
than an Admiral. Are you
I got a
serious?
question. You think
That
this
nigga's
is
like
just,
90.
just only this
Who
generation?
cares?
No,
So,
you guys,
old
do you
men
guys,
are OP.
no, listen. Do you guys only think this generation has the highest tier admiral than previous generation?
No.
It's hard to say because they don't have the feats of the previous generation.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not hard to say.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just the feats, though.
No, I'm saying, Brago, based off what you just said,
Yeah.
just in terms of an argument, for argument's sake,
Yeah.
they don't have the feats. We know that straight up. They don't have
Right.
the same feats. They're not as good. That's it.
It's not that.
No, it is. It's you, Brago. It's
Because of
exactly
this
that.
generation,
No, it
there's
is.
people.
I know.
That's like saying, right?
We
That's
don't
like
wanna
saying.
see them that way. We don't want to see them that.
No, that's like saying, LeBron right now, the people that he's played against, they're not Hall of Famers yet, but they're gonna be Hall of Famers. So it's like the competition.
But they're trash Hall of Famers, Brago.
Come on, bro.
Real quick, I don't mean to interrupt the
Brago, I'm
conversation.
saying in the story, Brago, in the story, someone like Chinjao, literally, he's saying this era, this isn't worth shit.
Yo, real quick, Dan, real quick.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt the conversation. Can you invite Docu? You guys took the wrong person. Docu's been trying to go in.
Okay.
Oh, you guys
My
are the wrong
But
person.
I'm just saying, like John Chinjao was literally saying, back in the day when people like Whitebeard, Shiki, Roger, and Garp was
quality
fighting all
people.
those boys, yeah, it was so
Proceeds to
quality.
get one shot.
No. I'm just okay. Garp the monster. Garp the monster. Garp the man currently the
Creditless. Creditless.
But I'm saying, Brago, like,
Yeah.
the sea was different at that time. They were way stronger, and they needed way stronger people in the Marines to deal with that threat. He's saying, yeah, it's more dangerous in the world now because there are a lot more pirates just running around, but they're nowhere near as strong as they were back in the day.
Nowhere near as strong.
Like, the bar.
All right. Okay. This is okay. Let's compare it. Let's compare it then. Do you think Rayleigh Prime is stronger than Shanks Prime?
They're equal.
No.
They're equal.
Nope. That's a bad
They're
example.
equal
Hmm?
now.
They're
I'd say,
equal.
That's a bad
relatively.
example. You guys are all fucking high. No, my God.
The Shanks isn't stronger.
Look,
They're
Brago,
pretty much
Brago,
equal.
Brago. This is why
No,
it's a bad example.
I think Shanks is stronger than Rayleigh Prime, but I want to say you guys.
Of course.
Stronger by how much stronger?
How much stronger,
Just a
Dan?
little bit
How much
more.
stronger, Dan?
Brago, what I'm saying is, you're comparing a captain to a first mate.
Mhm.
That shouldn't be the comparison.
No. But you said that they're nowhere stronger as the previous generation. So I'm saying that's how I was trying to scale it. You said they're nowhere stronger, then Rayleigh should be stronger than Shanks.
No.
Really?
That's why he's comparing a Yonko to a first commander, Dan. That's why
Yeah.
he's doing it.
It's a Yonko, and dude,
And it's wait, don't act like this is not just any first commander though. This is not just any first commander though. Like let's not.
It's not any first.
No, but Dan, if it's nowhere as strong, Dan, if they're nowhere as stronger, then Rayleigh should be stronger.
That it's Shanks. It's
Wait,
like
hold on.
What do you mean?
Dan.
Wait, Rakim just came in. I want to hear what Rakim has to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dan. Who's stronger, Rayleigh or Big Mom?
Oh shit.
Rayleigh.
Prime Rayleigh or Big Mom?
Really?
Oh, Prime Rayleigh? Prime
Yeah,
Rayleigh.
Prime Rayleigh or Big.
What?
Yeah, so you guys gotta understand that he likes Shanks, right? So just use another Yonko. That's all you
Yo,
gotta do.
hold
Exactly.
on. Let me bring some
Exactly.
cancerous shit up real quick,
No,
bro.
Rayleigh would beat Big Mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring some cancerous
What?
shit up.
I don't think
Mom
so.
has nerfs and too much stuff. She has nerfs and too much stuff.
Hey, Brago, I got a
but
question.
then if he was at that moment like this moment really the captain, he could defeat Shanks. I'm to be honest.
Nah, you're crazy.
Oh
Nah, right now, no.
Prime really.
Hey,
No,
Brago, I
Prime
got a
really
question, bro.
no.
What's the question? What's the question, Mercy?
You guys understand Shanks equals Gildarth, right?
Listen. The question is, so I think me and Wing or Grim was arguing this, but it's just like, so who do you think, like all the Marine forces or the 4 Yonkos?
Stop with this.
No,
No.
man, this one again.
Okay. Is it all right? Are the Yonko bringing their fleet as well?
Yeah,
Brago, watch your word, bro.
Yeah,
Whitebeard's included. Whitebeard's
All right. Let me ask this. Wait. Hold on. Let's set the stage. Hold on. Let's set the stage.
All
The
4
way-
Yonkos.
Let me
when
set.
we set it up when we set it up last night was
Wait, Grim. Wait. Let's set it up. Go ahead, Grim.
Let Grim speak.
Grim, go.
Mercy was
the way we set it up last night was that we took all the forces that are possible in the Marines, like every single Marine that exists, with all
The
the
170 countries.
with no, just all the Navy members that exist, all the warlords that were supposed to be warlords at the time period, whether they're in jail or not,
CP9, CP0 as well.
and their crews.
Mhm.
So like Hancock's crew, their crews or whatever.
Damn.
Versus all 4 Yonkos, all
And
their
their fleets.
and all their allied fleets.
Yikes.
Okay, Grim.
The
world government bodies. The world government bodies.
Yeah,
the world government
Yeah, I think
bodies.
that
That's
was
what
Grim. No, wait, Grim.
I don't
Grim.
think
Is it also with the
It's quality over
If you don't
quantity.
think so,
Quality
yes.
over
It's
quantity.
so many of
let me
them though.
finish.
Quality over
Let
Yeah,
me
there's
finish
more world
the.
government. Yeah.
Let me finish. No, let me.
Yeah, let him set the stage.
Let Wing talk. Let Wing talk.
What? You didn't even
Alright.
start.
You gotta give the 4 Yonkos all of their people, and you gotta and it was any 4 Yonko. The whole thing was any 4 Yonko.
What are the 4? Who are the 4?
Look, take the current 4, man.
The current 4. Okay, current 4.
Take the current 4. Take the current 4. Yeah, like any. Oh my. Come on.
But you gotta include Whitebeard too.
Why do you gotta include Whitebeard?
This is embarrassing. The Discord, right?
Listen,
I just want to give you a quote, right? Guys,
Let me apologize.
Right?
One at a time, guys.
Wait, I just want to say something, right? This is too embarrassing, right? Garp said the Navy and the Shishibukai are made to fight against the 4 Yonkos.
Yes.
That's not the world government. That's just the
We
Navy
know
and
that, Reno.
Shichibukai.
Hey, I want to say
Imagine
something.
CP0. Imagine
Let him
all
finish,
the
let him
other
finish.
government. You cannot just say 4 Yonkos beat the whole government. That's dumb.
Wait, hold up.
Why not?
They don't.
Navy is not to
Because
beat
that's not
4
the balance.
Yonko
The
at
balance
once.
just
To
the
beat
Navy and
one
the
Yeah, it is to beat 4 Yonko at once.
It is to beat 4 Yonkos. Go look at the
No,
map.
it absolutely is not.
Yes, it is.
That is exactly why when fucking Shanks and Kaido.
Wait, let him finish.
That's exactly why when Shanks
Let him
and
finish.
Kaido got together, or whenever there's 2 Yonkos that get together, the fucking world government literally shits their pants.
Yeah.
No,
You're
because
wrong.
again,
Yeah,
why would
no,
you
no,
say
no,
that?
no,
Wait, Hidden was about to respond. Hidden was about to respond. Wait. Let Hidden respond.
Okay, in real life, okay, you know, like for example, like the United States, we're the biggest military, we could kick anyone's ass. Reality, okay. If we had 2 groups, whether it could be like North Korea or in Russia, they could group up, even though the U.S. could kick both their asses.
Talking about, dog.
We would still be like, oh no, these guys are
Why are you
grouping up.
comparing U.S. Army to like fucking?
It's the same shit, dude.
That was a good example. That was a good example.
For the sake of example,
Perfect
compare India for Mercy. Then go ahead.
No, you talking shit.
Really?
No. We would body you guys, bro.
No. I mean, I don't want to
in
get
education, but in education,
Wait. Let's not go into politics, guys. Let's not go into politics.
Yeah, let's get back to Yonko versus.
My point was just that, like, okay, in terms of like the biggest power, like, the United States is the biggest military power in our world.
Wait, let him finish. Wait.
Guys. Why are you interrupting, guys?
Let him finish.
I was just, for the example, I'm just making a comparison. It's that the U.S. government is the biggest military power in our world, so you know we basically overwhelm anybody. You know that's the world government basically in one piece. Is that like they'll still be afraid if any major group comes together. Even if you can beat it, it's still a threat. You know. Like we have
No,
issues
that's
with,
not
like,
the same.
ISIS.
Okay, listen. If
like,
I understand what you're trying to say, but it's just a bad comparison because if what you're saying is true, where we could just take all of the Navy, they could just send like a decent squad and just shit on all the on one of the Yonkos one at a time.
I think he
That's
pushed
gonna
that
take
far.
out all their
He
forces.
pushed that too far.
That's gonna take out their forces.
How does that make sense? Why would they?
Because
Why
you
would
guys
they
are saying
go out
4
and waste their
Yonkos all
forces?
together.
They're gonna
will
take out their
defeat the world
forces
government.
in the. Like,
No,
It's kind of a different
so
story though when they're
Hold
going
up,
into someone's territory because their territory is more
cataclysmic.
fortified.
Son,
no,
listen.
it's for Yonko and all of their allies, plus all of the countries they have allied with them.
I mean, look
all
what
the
Aokiji and
allied
Akainu did to the island. That's what's gonna happen to the world. Like if they did, if they start a fight
What?
that big, that's what's gonna
No,
happen.
It doesn't matter,
No,
man.
no.
It does matter.
It does matter.
Here,
Yo,
here,
if
prove,
you
prove.
kill
Let
your
me
people,
body you for a
what
second.
value is there in winning?
Let me,
Okay.
Hockey,
I
okay,
just
let me
wanna
say
know-
this.
Go ahead, Wing.
Raheem,
Go ahead,
let
Wing.
me say something first. All right, for one, didn't either Whitebeard or Sengoku even said Whitebeard? I mean, Sengoku and Garp. One of them said Whitebeard can kill everybody up here if Ace wasn't standing right here. So technically, they strongest people. The
Whitebeard
three
never said that.
admirals- No, I never said Whitebeard.
Whitebeard
said
was. They're saying he has the
They said
potential to,
Whitebeard
so
could
be careful.
kill
Okay.
all of them. That was the three admirals,
Let me go
Sengoku,
after you're done.
Sulu, Garp. They said the vice admirals, all these people, the Shishibukai that was standing up there. Whitebeard could kill all of them by himself.
Hey,
and
No.
hey, bro, when
Let me
you're
go, guys.
No, he
Let
never,
me
never
finish.
said
Garp
that was
would
never
not
said.
let him.
Hey, bro,
You're taking it a
whenever
little
you
far.
finish, add the context to that because they were referring to
I
them.
know, bro. I know.
Just so you
That's
don't
all
push
I'm
that other
saying.
narrative to the other way, because
Bro, let me
Yo,
see.
wait.
Yeah, let him finish. Let him finish. Let him
It
finish.
doesn't
Let-
work for the other
Bro,
Yonko.
with the earthquakes and shit in some of these other 170 countries that they had, wasn't them niggas scared shitless when they felt all them goddamn quakes from around the world, the entire fucking war? You really telling me these 170 countries that y'all keep on saying is so strong, these people is finna go out there and fight real pirates?
Hell
These
no,
people
bro.
get
Look.
these people
No,
get
no, let
plundered
me
all
go
the
because it
time.
was in response to my.
Let-
Hold
let
on, no,
me-
because it was in response to my.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. They get
Take your time.
plundered all the time, and they needed the goddamn world government to come over there and help them. From pirates stop coming over there and fucking with them. Just like they get protection, just like Whitebeard protected Fishman Island. What the hell they go damn do if it's a million fucking fodder versus fucking Shanks? You telling me Shanks will lose to a million fucking fodder? Hell no, Conqueror's hockey. Mostly all of them
Exactly, that's what I'm
motherfuckers
saying.
is on the
Big
ground.
facts. Big facts. Big facts.
Big facts, bro.
All right. So
Okay,
then,
can I
Look,
go now,
all-
or are you?
Go ahead,
Mostly,
Hidden. Go ahead, Hidden.
All four
Okay.
Yonkos got
No,
conquerors,
because
huh?
let me go. Okay, right. Okay. So let's start off with the first thing that you said. You kept mentioning Whitebeard, and you kept talking about Whitebeard specifically over and over, and you mentioned specifically his powers. Okay, that it comes down to just Whitebeard's powers that they were afraid of. His power to destroy the world. His power has so much collateral damage that yes, it's world ending, and that's what they were terrified of. But that only applies to Whitebeard, the world's strongest man with the Gura Gura Nomi. Just that specific power is that crazy. It's like if somebody had a legendary weapon like Poseidon or something, you would be afraid because that if gone wrong, that power is gonna kill everyone. Okay? It's more that's more of his ability specifically. It's not gonna apply to anybody else.
it's like nuclear weapons.
And this like
Okay.
nuclear
Yeah.
weapons.
Let me
And
let
the
me add to
second
that.
thing that I want to mention as you went on to other things, you started saying that these countries are so weak and yada yada yada. What do they have underneath them? One of those countries is the
King
Hapo
Elizabeth.
Navy with Qin Zhao and Sai. Another one of those countries
Elizabeth.
is Germa with
Hey, Rakeem, don't
Judge.
forget to
Tell him
buy
how
the
they
food.
take the
Don't
Stop
forget
Yonkos.
to
talking
buy
over
the
him. Stop talking over him. Just let him go.
All those characters, they are a part of the allied nations in this world of One Piece. So they're not all just fodder and weaklings. Okay.
All right, listen, Rakeem, go body food, man. You remember what he said? He said the world government was scared of two Yonkos meeting. Go give him the quote of the Gore
All right.
Please.
You guys,
I'm at work.
listen. With Whitebeard, right? We understand that Whitebeard was the most powerful man at the time. Compared to other Yonko, he had the most powerful crew. Like he was built up as
Yes.
the guy who equaled.
Please say that again. Say that louder. Tell them that he was the
Wait.
strongest man on the planet. Period.
He was the
thing that
strongest man. Like no other Yonko compared to him in terms of power and like individual.
We talk. Wait.
That is also my
I want to know this. I want to know this.
Just because hold up. Just because, right? These other people are called Yonko does not mean that everything that Whitebeard can do or has done, these other Yonko can do the exact same thing.
Rakim, are you talking about? Are you talking about?
Kaido's not a man. Kaido's not a man.
Listen. Are you talking about
Big
Marine
Mom,
Force?
the woman,
Are you talking about only Marine
and
Force?
Shanks the
They
cripple.
called him the strongest pirate
He's a
too.
gift.
You know that.
Are you talking about Rakim? Are you talking about
Yeah, I'm
during
talking
Marine
about.
Force?
I'm talking about during Marine Force. They
Damn.
like
Okay, okay.
the volumes. Listen. The volumes
Shanks
called
is a
him the
gift.
strongest pirate.
Yeah.
The volumes called him the strongest pirate. His title is the strongest man. He had like 60,
Oh,
64
wait. They
allied
called him the
captains
strongest
under him.
pirate specifically.
No,
Yes, in
Yeah,
the volume.
They all.
In the
Okay,
He's the
volume.
king of the sea, the strongest pirate, the greatest pirate ever to live. He has so many different titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has so many accolades under him.
Well,
But
they
you
call
gotta
him the greatest
understand.
pirate ever
Like,
to
why is this
live.
taking so long to
What are you
come out?
talking
Yeah,
about?
they never called him that.
No,
Hockey,
But
Hockey
what I'm
the
trying to
fanboy.
say.
Hockey the fanboy.
What
Look,
I'm
he
trying to say is that the Yonko. Listen. What I'm trying to say that the Yonko now, right? All they aspired to do was to try and overthrow Whitebeard, because Whitebeard was holding like the reins to everything, right? He had everything. So what Whitebeard displayed at Marineford was something that no other Yonko could do, because he had overwhelming power compared to every other Yonko. He had overwhelming strength compared to every other
his
Yonko.
power king
So
level.
just because he did that does not mean that you times that by 4, and now you times that by 4 and you do that versus
Essentially, you're
world
just
government.
saying he's
You
an
don't do that
exception.
shit.
That's what you're saying.
And also, I just want to add something, right?
What did Whitebeard do at
Right?
Marineford?
Listen,
Don't go into that. Don't go into that.
Listen, I just want to say one point, right? The Goro says when the two Yonkos are meeting, they're like, forget about it. Let's just worry about something more important, losing Crocodile. Let's find another Shichibukai instead of two Yonkos meeting up. That's what they literally. He said Shanks is not. He's a pussy. He's not the type of guy to take over.
You're just
Okay, I don't think
whenever you're ready.
paraphrasing.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Red Nose, you're disqualified.
I'm paraphrasing,
Brago,
but
please kick him when you're ready.
Yeah, everybody's paraphrasing. What?
He's disqualified. He's disqualified.
Let me make another big point.
These Yonko have been running
this is what
around
happened, right?
seas for 20 years, and not a single Marine has fucking captured them. What are you guys talking about?
So what happened was,
Wait, one at a time, guys. One at a time. One at a time.
So the little Marines, right, under the Gorosei were screaming, "Oh my God, two Yonkos meeting up!"
Hey, can I tell you the
Right?
full
Then the
Yonko
Gorosei
story?
were like, "Yo, Shanks, we know him. Who cares? Two Yonkos meeting up is not the big deal at the moment. We have to find another Shichibukai." That's what they said.
Oh God.
They said that.
If you read what happened, listen, Vince. If you read what happened, right? That was the advance. They're talking about a
Bro,
bunch
I will
of
never take
events that happened in the story.
from the Discord unless I see the
Hold up. Prove. You gotta understand this though. The story straight up tells you. The Yonko, right, equal the Navy plus the Shichibukai. So if you're arguing that they don't, that means you're wrong and you're creditless.
Well, I agree with that.
You go by that. You don't just say, "Oh, I disagree with that." That means you're just wrong.
I agree with it. I agree with it. But what Red Nose just said about the world government, like what?
Yo, I got a question, bro. Wait,
Wait, hold on real quick. Vince, what do you think about what Red Nose said? I want to hear what Vince feels about what Red Nose just said.
Yeah.
I didn't interpret that.
I spoke facts. So
okay, Red Nose, one more time.
You gotta speak or what? Because I'm trying to.
One more time.
Let Vince respond.
I'll say it one more time.
All right, go ahead.
The people under Gorosei were like screaming, "Oh my God, two Yonkos are meeting up!" Right? They were having a discussion of a Shichibukai of how Luffy is an asshole, right? And they got interrupted by two Yonkos meeting up, right?
Right? Yeah.
They said, "Forget about the two Yonkos. It's not as important as getting another Shichibukai."
Hey, hold up. Let me. Do we have the chapter so we can see the context?
Yeah, go find the chapters.
Say go find it.
He said go find the chapter.
No, because listen, last time this hit, Dan said some fucking every time.
The Mihawk thing.
Dan said some you can't take like
credit.
Yeah, how accurate is his paraphrase?
I posted no, Vince.
I'm in now, but I want to know how accurate his paraphrase is.
It's like 95% accurate.
Can I just real quick?
Bro, where's the panel, bro?
Yeah, I just want to.
Where's the panel? Where is the panel?
I don't care about your memory. You're fucking shredded.
Niggas remember. When niggas remember, get that clear. Where's the panel though?
Yo, look, let me say something.
Exactly. Where's the panel?
So y'all wanna take this shit literally when
don't just ask people for panels. Look,
y'all wanna take it.
Wait, but that's like no. The thing is, but Dan, he's making the point. He needs to back it up.
Nah, it's not about that, Brago. It's about why don't you guys know what happened in the story?
Nah, dude.
What?
Why do you guys?
What?
This is Discord is, bro. This is what the Discord is.
Yo, he killed him. Where's the murder weapon? You go find it. What? Come on, bro.
You find these old ass panels and then you like misquote them to like fit some retarded ass theories.
Okay, someone, no, hold up. How about this? How about we don't?
Raheem, let me say one thing. Hold on. I agree with Proof. What I'm saying is this: like, anyone can remember it however the fuck they want to remember it. But if you don't have a panel to support what the fuck you're saying right now, it's like, I mean, I could.
Just shitty.
And he's gone.
Hold on. I can choose to interpret it however I want to and say, oh, it happened like that. But with no panel, like, no nothing.
You cut off.
So
That's
no
what I
one
wanna
can
say.
ever make a point.
No, that's what I want to say. I want to say this though.
Everybody to that. Whenever you make a
We're
point,
gonna post a panel, right? Yeah, we're gonna post a panel, right?
No. The thing is, you don't have to post a panel for everything for certain points like this. I feel like you have to have it.
When you're challenging a widely held point that many
we
people just
remember
assume to
differently.
be true.
Yeah,
clearly
we all remember differently. That's the whole point why we're disputing this, right?
No, but what do you remember?
Yeah, what do you remember?
What happened? Explain to me what happened.
Guys think
If
happened.
listen,
Bro, it doesn't matter. Hey,
Satisfaction?
hold on. You got challenged for a panel. It doesn't matter if you have it. If like, just get it. That's all it is.
Yeah, threw the challenge flag, bro.
And the thing is, right, I'm at work, so I can't do two things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm in my
But
car,
understand
so
your
I
point
can't
can
do
be
it right now.
disregarded. That's all it means.
If you ain't got
Hey,
the
yo, good.
That point can't be disregarded.
That's really all it means, bro.
Hey, that's not great.
No, this is not saying like for everything someone says you need a panel, but for certain situations where it's like, wait, what? This is kind of out of left field. Like,
If
let's
it's
bring.
critical, no.
If a
If it's
nigga
a
asks you
critical
for a
point to
panel, give him
an argument, then yeah.
That's all it really is.
If it's critical, yeah.
You guys know the chapter? I'll search it up for you guys.
Yeah, 'cause,
Meanwhile,
like
you
the thing
guys
is,
keep
like if you're gonna be
discussing.
like, yo, Froob, like that's like your opinion is invalid. It actually went like this. And I'm like, wait, I don't remember going like that. Show me the panel.
I mean, hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Because there was one time where I told whatchamacallit, this nigga Legend Mac and Brago, but at the same time, I told these niggas, hey, Ivankov body Kuma and shit. And then these niggas told me it ain't happened. I pulled up the panels and showed it to these niggas. They told me I was wrong. So sometimes.
Hey, Brago, this
Wait.
I'm still mad. I got a grudge.
Wait.
Brago about to give you the justice.
You ready for to tell me Ivankov ain't strong as hell, bro? Hell nah, bro. That nigga strong as fuck, my nigga.
Hey, Grim. I don't remember that. Pull the stream. Pull the stream, fam.
Grim out here daydreaming.
That nigga out here doing something.
Nah.
No. Y'all be so quick to take the big mom. Fucking white
Brago,
beard shit.
I gotta
literally,
tell you.
But when it comes to Shank, bro, y'all never take that shit, right?
It's white beard and black
Mercy,
beard.
I'm with you. Hey, Mercy, I'm with you on that.
Do you guys know the chapter? Do you guys know the chapter that it happened on?
No,
Nigga, if we did, we would have pulled the panel.
I'll find it,
this
bro.
situation.
I'll find it, man.
Like I'll be arguing with Joaquin, bro. Like I'll be arguing with Joaquin. I'll be like, yo, Shanks is the greatest one because he got the title. But now he want to bring up how Whitebeard is the fucking greatest Yonko because he just got a title. Like because they just said it.
What do you mean?
Like because
I said it. No. I didn't just say about the title.
People say chapter 233.
India v. India.
Hey, Brago, what do you think about?
Hey, Vince. Tell me. Hey, name me a doctor in your family, bro.
What?
What do you think about how much
you want to keep bringing up India, bro. Name me a doctor in your family, bro.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, bro.
How much weight do you put on titles?
I got a doctor in my family.
I think they matter. I think titles matter.
So
I got a doctor in my family, Nick.
Yeah, it matters.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely matters.
If you tell me,
I found it. Guys, I found the panel.
Brago, is Shanks a swordsman?
He's also a pirate.
Yes.
Okay.
No, he's not.
No. Shanks is not a swordsman. Zoro and Mihawk are swordsmen because they dedicate all their techniques to swordplay, and Shanks don't dedicate.
Okay, I'll post all the panels, right? In order.
No,
233.
Somebody read it.
Okay, so what happens is basically Red Nose was right, but he paraphrased it in a different way. Red Nose was right, basically. Yeah, but they were more concerned not about like getting a new Shichibukai because Shichibukai are more important. They were just more concerned about the balance of power.
So in essence, the Yonko were the priority there, because they're worried about
The Shichibukai were the priority there.
to fortify their defenses. No, to fortify their
Because
defenses.
of the Yonko.
Because of the Yonko.
No.
Because they're not. First off.
They wouldn't even have the Shichibukai if it wasn't.
No, hold on. Hey, bro, hold on.
That's the whole reason they want more.
Brago's right.
No. But guys, let me ask you this: what is the world government doing to stop Shanks? And no. Let me ask you that. Let me ask you guys this. They said if we allow them to run amok or whatever, right? What are they doing to stop Shanks and Kaido from colliding? What are they doing? Can they do anything?
They try to send.
Nah,
My nigga, you chopping in the admiral, bro.
You said we send an admiral?
Nah,
What admiral stopping two?
Was you send an admiral? No, you worry about the balance. So you fortify your defenses. That's what you do.
I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
So in essence, so
let me read
actually, no, bro. You ain't at the moment. First of all, last time we got the Shichibukai introduced, right? There were
I just thought of this. What's the point of even having Yonko if the world government is so OP?
Their main job is to deter pirates, right?
Yeah.
So if you can't deter pirates, you're unbalanced. They're not talking about just Yonko. They're just saying we need these Shichibukai because they are the people that can keep these pirates at bay, not just only Yonko.
He was referring to the overall balance, not.
Let me make you guys understand this. The world government isn't just there to balance the Yonko, right? They have to take care of all the pirates, right? They gotta look after all the blues, right? They gotta watch out for the revolutionaries. They got all the shit on their hands, not just the Yonko. The Yonko.
Okay, dude.
But then you see how important context is, though. That context is really important there.
It is.
Hey, just a point of reference. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's the gentleman's name like before Roger and all that shit? Was it Joy Boy, right? It's Joy Boy.
Yes.
Joy Boy's from
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all know some shady shit happened way back when.
When they said Shanks is a nice guy.
No, nigga.
He sounds like a
bro,
pussy.
nigga, I'm asking a specific question about Joy Boy. All
right. Vince.
Sorry.
No,
but the thing, oh man, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't Joy Boy the guy who makes theories?
Stop it. Stop it.
Hey, look, if you Google Webster, I bet Rakim show up.
Oh, of course, he's the greatest rapper of all time. Let's be honest.
Oh damn.
Oh shit.
Wait, but what was the original point to pull this panel though? Because I feel like we lost it.
No,
Okay,
it was
original
essentially
point.
fucking Red Nose saying that the Yonkos are actually
They were
trash.
trying to say.
No,
they were trying to say that the Gorosei were dismissive.
No, that's not the point.
Yeah,
That's not my point. Froob came in here, right? Froob came on, right? And he said, "Oh, the Marines were scared that two Yonkos were meeting up, right?"
Yeah.
I only brought this point up is the presidents are saying, "Yo, forget about them. They don't mean shit."
So two things here. Two things I gotta say about that. Two things I gotta say about that though.
Meeting up is not a big deal. I'm just saying what Froob did. Having normal foot soldiers screaming does not mean the president's scared.
Well,
You know
two
what I mean?
things here that, like, after seeing this panel, it's kind of key, right? One, they kind of turned their attention because they're like, oh, Shanks. It's Shanks. He's not hell-bent on trying to change the world. So because it was Shanks, they know how he is. They were like, okay, it's not going to be something huge. So that's one. And then also they said that even a single hole must not be overlooked. So again, they're fortifying their defenses.
This shit from a nigga.
What are you talking about? No,
Okay, no, hold on. This is the greater point. This is the greater point. that I wanted to
Hold on, let him
discuss.
finish. Hey, let Brago finish. But I was just saying, like,
But Brago's right. They had some type of insight about Shanks' personality. So like, it wasn't a matter of like, oh, two Yonkos meeting up. It's more like we know Shanks.
We know Shanks. They know of Shanks. So that put them at ease. And we also saw that because Sengoku knew Sengoku and Shanks, some relationship is there. That's why he kind of like, okay, I'll leave everything to you, Shanks, at the end of the war. So.
But Brago, does that diminish what he says? Like he said that's not an important matter.
It does because it's so much context there. It does.
It is a person, right? If Big Mom and Kaido, listen, hold up. Let me say this. No, I'm not talking about threat levels. I'm talking about.
It does though. It does because say Smoke is part of the Gorosei, right? Let's say and Kid and Blackbeard is meeting up, right? That's different from Luffy and Blackbeard meeting up. Smoker knows Luffy's personality.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that Red Nose's original point was that they didn't care about that information. Right? Am I lagging or is that Vinx?
I'm not
No,
lagging.
no, you're good. You're good.
Okay, what I'm trying to
See, I
say is that Red
initially
Nose's
started the
whole
argument.
Red Nose no what Red Nose was doing, right? He paraphrased and said they didn't care about the Yonko information. They went back to their original discussion, right?
Because Yonko
Because
wasn't worried about them.
But that's true. That's true, right? But the context is that they knew who Shanks was as
Yes.
a person. And that's why they didn't care as much
yes,
about it, right?
that played
But
into
let's
it as
say
well.
If it, yeah, but at the end of the day, what Red Nose was saying is kind of right. Like for example,
No, it's not.
no. Listen.
Me
For
and
example,
Brago were saying we're right.
Big Mom. Listen, if Big Mom and Kaido met, they'd probably be way like.
They would be more worried because this is unusual. Yes,
worried,
yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think,
but because that didn't happen, and because Shanks and whatever, because Shanks and Kaido met, Red Nose said what he said.
I think I have an opposing opinion. Whenever
Yeah, what's Grim saying?
Whenever you guys like say it like that, like the way you phrase it too, Brago, it seems like you guys are using like retrospect to make these connections, because that's if you put that puzzle that together into the story, that's great foreshadowing. You know, we find out how Shakespeare's personality is later on or whatever.
Yeah.
So they knew this was peculiar. You know.
Yeah.
If Big Mom and Kaido met up, they know their personalities, so we know
Right.
That's in retrospect.
I wouldn't call it foreshadowing.
Back then,
You understand? We met Shanks and we knew his personality.
Back then, from the context exactly of what the situation was. I don't think you can take or derive like that meaning of personality and shit. Like,
But Grim. I think we view that differently. I agree, right? But I think it's validation more than retrospect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what it does.
Brago, just to piggyback, you have to assume that the Gorosei have had encounters or some type of relationship with Shanks at some point prior to know that this is him. It's confirming for the reader, but one has to assume that the Gorosei know who he is already. Like, come on, nigga. We had.
Are you saying that because his personality is like non whatever, that they knew that they shouldn't worry about the situation?
We don't.
They have some inside information on Shanks and his goals.
Y'all act like it's like no.
It's clear that he's non-confrontational.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
All right.
I still think that's too much to like push from this panel.
I don't think we got.
You think so? No, Grim. I agree. From this panel alone, that's too much. But based on the interactions and what we've seen from Shanks throughout the story, I think it's pretty. Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah.
That's what I said. Like, it makes sense in terms of like that's perfect foreshadowing.
Right. We agree with that. But from this panel alone, yeah. But from like the story overall, I think it's clear. They know something about Shanks, like some inside information on his true goals or whatever, where they're like, all right, we shouldn't be so worried about it. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at it.
It's like conscious boost, basically.
Because like these Gorosei are like really knowledgeable dudes, right? So it just
what
gives
if Shanks
more
is
feet.
just like a party boy or something?
We're so far from the original point, bro.
But what are you saying? What was Wing saying?
Way far.
Yeah,
obviously Sasuke just stuck out his chakra.
Bro, whatever.
Naruto's trash. Luffy's trash.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Get the hell up, bro. Say if
Luffy is not trash. That nigga's in the future.
Shut up, nigga.
Say if the world government know what Shanks do. Only thing we ever see Shanks do is party and fucking. Now, if the world government
stop wars. Go ahead.
Even though Shanks is a goddamn Yonko, he ain't like Whitebeard. Whitebeard just be chilling. Big Mom be crazy as hell on her shit, and it was Kaido
on a rampage. Yeah, go ahead.
Off of goddamn Sky Islands and taking over Wano.
Yeah.
Well, if Shanks meet up with any one of these people, we ain't too afraid because it's Shanks. He don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Even though he's a Yonko,
he's a neutral party. Honestly.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Who said that? Who said that?
Oh, okay.
Do you think the world government had any spies on Whitebeard's ship?
Yeah. No.
No.
I
don't think so.
I don't think.
Wait, hold up. No, let me prove that wrong. No, let me prove why. There's actual evidence. There's actual evidence.
Yeah, there's none.
There's actual evidence for him not having spies, because remember that whole thing where the world government was like, yo, Whitebeard or whatever, they sunk like 20 ships trying to like scout out the meeting between Shanks and Whitebeard, and they had no idea what was happening.
That's why they didn't know. They didn't.
So they had no spies at all.
You know that there are often times that like spies The most difficult. Bro, matter of fact, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Nigga, a spy can have trouble communicating, my nigga.
They can't blow. They can't blow their cover. They can't blow their cover.
If they had speak, it would have been told. It would have been said.
If there was a spy there, it would have been said.
No, I mean,
no, it would have been said to us readers, not to them directly.
I don't know.
I think it would have been a part of the story, bro.
No, if there's a spy, listen. If there's a
there
spy,
would be no point for
Gorosei would know.
Well, what's the point of having?
Gorosei would know what
Yeah,
happened.
it would have to have a point in the story.
What's the point of having a spy in the crew?
I mean,
if like readers and nothing, they're not doing nothing.
Because you have check-in points. You have check-in points. You don't. It's like you can't communicate at every situation, but it's like you tell them when you can.
What's the point? In a crew that big, right? There's gonna be small fodders with like spies, like not like
why would
major
he
people, but like.
I'm talking about the world government having a spy on the Whitebeard ship.
Oh, for sure.
Why wouldn't they reveal it already?
Why would they? Why would they?
Because they got decimated. It should have been revealed.
No, but aren't the Whitebeard pirates going to come back into the story eventually? They're coming back.
The Whitebeard
pirates are wiped out.
Most of the Whitebeard pirates are done.
They're already gone. They're already wiped out.
Obliterated.
Wait, guys.
The Gorosei did say that Marco would be the only ones or had the best chance of taking on Blackbeard. And like I think I remember like in that time period, it didn't make a lot of sense because this nigga ran away from a Kainu quick time and shit like that. Like he just made his crew or whatever. It didn't really make sense that Marco, a nigga that's not a Yonko, would be able to take on this nigga. So I think that could be a hint to that. Like they have inside information about what's going on with the Whitebeard nigga.
Like, guys forget that it's already confirmed.
First of all, hey Brago, congrats on 9K, bro.
Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Sorry, but guys, it's already confirmed that there was a spy.
Hit that nigga Brago the DMs with it. First off, nigga.
Squirtle was a spy.
Wait, say
Squirtle wasn't a spy. Squirtle wasn't.
Oh yeah, that's a point.
Was Squirtle a spy? Do you count him?
No, I got panels, bro.
Listen, Oda hasn't even revealed.
No, he did not know about that Roger shit until they revealed it at the world government. So he had no reason to be a spy before the whole.
Okay, obviously he was a spy because he stabbed Whitebeard in the center of the chest, and so
he was tricked, not because he was a spy.
We're talking about the meeting. We're talking about spies being there during the meeting.
Rakeem, let me ask you something. Whenever you done.
What was Squirtle there?
He's not a spy at that point, bro.
I can't tell this guy's trolling.
I'm not trolling.
I don't know. I don't think Squirtle counts as a spy, to be honest. I don't think
Come on.
He just
What do you want to say, Wing? What do you want to say, Wing?
Talked to Sing.
He was just manipulated. That's all. He wasn't a spy.
Bro, what kind of fucking like? Why wouldn't they just tell us that? They didn't tell us as like the last part of the story. Like Squirtle was a spy.
No, okay. You guys need to tell me.
That's the whole point in general. Why
you guys consider a spy?
Listen. A spy is someone that's like.
What's the name? Corazon. Yeah. Shit, Virgo.
Bro, I feel like you said that to like fuck around. Why you ask that question?
Yeah, hold on, Wing. What were you gonna say, Wing?
No, I'm dead serious.
I'm saying your true allegiance lies elsewhere.
Hey, hold on. Start y'all timers. Wing about to go. Go ahead, Wing.
Oh shit.
Fuck you. We're gonna do 1 minute. We're gonna do 1 minute max.
Fuck you.
Go ahead, Wing.
Didn't Luffy do this? Therefore, didn't Luffy do this? Therefore, didn't Big Mom do this? Therefore, didn't Shakes do this?
What the fuck is?
Niggas go. Go on.
Go ahead, Wing.
Nigga, you started with questions, bro. But go ahead.
All right.
Let that nigga
leave. I'm saying
Hit the questions right now. Go.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Go ahead.
Just go. Let Lee talk.
Think. Let him just talk 1 second.
Okay, Miraz.
During the Whitebeard War, right? What's the point of doing all that shit with Squirtle if you already got a goddamn spy on your goddamn? Fuck you. What's the point of having Squirtle doing Akainu talking to Squirtle to do that goddamn shit to Whitebeard if you already got a spy on the ship that could do that shit way beforehand? You wouldn't even waste your damn time doing.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you give up the spy, you have the spy reveal their like identity in that situation. You want to use them against each other. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Question two, right now. Go ahead.
What the fuck you mean? Question 2.
Wait. Wing does like questions, so like it's gonna be question 2, and then question 3, 4, and 5.
No,
He told us 5 questions.
Yo, was that even a question? What did he ask? I have no idea.
I don't even know.
He said, why would
He
blah,
answered
blah,
the
blah.
question for you. I think that's all I know. Listen.
Yeah, so
bro.
I'm saying question 2. Go ahead.
The thing is, right, guys, let me ask you a question, right? Let's just switch up. Say Big Mom is meeting up with Whitebeard, right? And Gore says like, yo, we know Big Mom. She gonna have her tea party on Friday.
He's
She
gonna
ain't
give her
gonna
some
make it.
cake. He's gonna give her some cake and she's gonna be fine.
That's
like,
that's right.
I might be trolling, right? But the government know these people. Psychological warfare. They know each one of them, like how they work, like what they're doing.
Yeah, over the
You know what I
years,
mean?
you know tendencies and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I gave you that point, I'm just saying. I'm not saying Shanks is a bitch. He kind of is, in my opinion. But I'm just saying they know how he works.
Okay, hey, Red knows. I feel you then.
For real, the reason I do this, right? The reason I bash Shanks is because too many people in Brago like to suck up on him, right? So I need to put him down.
you can't do that, bro.
What are you even talking about? You like Sanji? The nigga wears mascara. Stop it.
Don't get me started on Sanji.
Bro.
Sanji couldn't even be
I agree. I hate Shanks as a character just because of all the shit.
He's amazing.
I can't underrate
Because I'm a dick rider.
Fruit, bro. Hey, what'd you say, Fruit?
I hate Shanks fanboys, but I'm not gonna underrate Shanks just because I hate fucking Shanks fanboys.
Exactly. And that shit, I can commend that.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean underrate? Like when he gets hurt by Blackbeard on guard. Doesn't that mean
That's more to Blackbeard. That's more to Blackbeard's strength.
I don't fucking care about that shit, bro.
Hey,
Like,
where's that nigga though? What are you talking about?
That's Blackbeard.
Like, we're talking about shit that's like completely fucking like. It's like we don't even know anything. We don't know the context.
Yeah, but anyway, hey, you know what? I respect what Fruit said because beyond his personal opinion about him, he's looking at it objectively. He can still state facts, and that's what I appreciate.
Okay, you guys want to go back to the main argument that for Yonko lose to the world government?
Oh yeah, that was the original point.
Okay, are we really talking?
Wait, so we say for Yonko lose to the world government? You said they lose?
Okay, hold on. You said before Yonko, you mean like them and all their crews, right?
Yeah, everything they have, their whole power.
Okay, this is the thing that you don't. This is.
Wait, somebody's lagging.
Yeah, Shampoo, you gotta fix your shit.
Oh yeah, Shampoo, you lagging hard as fuck. You gotta get this hockey up real quick.
This is the whole thing with the balance of powers, right? Because you guys are assuming that the whole entire fucking Marines and everything is like built to where like if the 4 Yonko all come together at the same time and fight them, that they have enough. But it's not proven in the story that that's what it is at all.
It is proven.
No, that's what it is. Though.
It is.
No, but that's your interpretation of the balance.
That's not our
and I think it's
interpretation.
wrong.
That's not our interpretation at all.
What does the military?
Listen, hold up.
What does the military have that can help us against
The ancient. Let me say something real fast.
It's literally
your interpretation of it was them going one at a time. That's your interpretation. But what the story tells us, it's all of them. Yonko means 4.
No, okay, yeah, I want you to find. Okay, I want you to explain to me how that's or how that's 100%.
Panels.
Okay, let's just use Marine for a time, right? They got Garp, they got Sengoku, the Admirals, they got Suryu that can literally control.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about power levels right now. I don't want to do matchups.
Then what we can do? What can we do then after that?
Because I want you to explain to me. Because I hear this all the time about how the fucking Marines are like, and the Marines and the Warlords are exactly equal to the 4 Yonko, and that's like the balance. Like that is 100% balance of the story.
Yeah, but now you're talking. But now you're talking about the Marines. No. But now you're talking about Marines. We're talking about the government.
No, you lagging.
You're still lagging.
The spy got on his mic.
It sounds like a
Wait.
Understand this point. Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
We're talking about the world. We're talking about the
right. He said, bro.
And if you talk about the world government, you have the CP9, CP0s, all those. The best of
CP9's fucking useless in the grand scheme of things.
Let him finish, bro. Just let him finish. He hasn't spoken. Just go ahead.
No, but it doesn't matter. It's just all of them together versus the Yonkos. It's not even a matchup. Sorry.
I understand. Okay, yeah, you have all the Marines, and then you have CP0, and then what else?
Okay, Fruit.
All the Marines
and the Warlord.
Fruit, let me ask you this. Let me point out some things. Let me point out some things that you guys are missing.
I want my nigga Fruit on this one.
Wait. I'm confused as to which side each person is on. I'm not sure. So pick a side.
Discord that's all fanboying. They're all on the side that the Marines are gonna shit out of everyone.
So they said the Marines shit on the Yonko.
Let me give you my point, right? This is how it is, right? This is how it is.
Wait. Let's start with Rakim. What are you saying?
Marine. Oh, that's what. Okay, go ahead.
Rakim.
Okay, never mind. You skipped me.
Okay. Wait, let's go up. I'm gonna go up the list. Wing, how do you feel about this?
Oh no.
Yonko or Marines?
Yonko, easy.
You said easy. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy.
Chris.
Depending on the Yonko.
I'd say I take the Yonkos, but barely.
Oh my God, Chris.
Rufy.
No, is Blackbeard and Whitebeard's crew?
That's what
with the Yami.
We said the current Yonko.
The current Yonko.
No,
Current.
It's not the current. It's not the current. It's
We
Blackbeard.
agreed on the current
White.
Wing.
No, we didn't.
Wayne,
That
go
was
back
the
to
me and Grim was
2012,
talking.
nigga.
All right, listen, bro. I honestly don't think it fucking makes a difference at all.
Yeah, it doesn't
why
matter.
we're saying
It doesn't matter.
Well, it kind of.
Look, as vocal
Alright. I'm
Well,
going
because
with
my
Yonko.
answer doesn't fucking change
No,
no
no,
matter
hey,
what Yonko it is.
Fruit, 1 second. No matter how vocal I've been, the conclusion I come to is that I have no clear decision on it. It's just 50-50 with me. But the point is, I've heard some outlandish arguments on the left side talking about Marines and world government this shit, and I don't believe in that. So I haven't come to a conclusion about who would take it.
I want to know everyone's shit, cause
Yeah. So okay.
It's the Yonko. I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. Red Nose.
When you say Marines, do you say are you saying the
Hold on. Let's go down the list, then we talk about it. Let's go down the list, then we talk about it.
Okay.
Red Nose.
Let me give you some facts, right? The only
just say
Yonko or Marines?
Pick a side, yo. Pick a side.
You're arguing with me. You're wasting time. I go for Yonkos. However, when it's world government, then I go for world government. If you're just saying Marines, that's a term for Navy.
You know what I think? I'm gonna go
All right,
Yonko.
this is getting annoying. Okay, let's just fucking agree. Let's agree on fucking the rules, okay? So it's the
Magellan
Yonko.
is not a Navy.
Please be quiet for the love of God. Yonko and all of their crews, right? Okay, on the one side, and then the current Yonko and all their crews, okay? And then the other side, it's the Marines, CP0 and all the CPs.
And world government,
yeah.
Oh, then
and the warlords.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to figure something out. Outside of the Marines, who are you guys including as far as like this world government? Who are you guys bringing in?
I'm thinking Boris said only.
One at
a time. I want Red Nose. Who are you including here for the world government? Who are you bringing in?
It's just CP0 and the warlords. That's it.
Those are the only ones that matter.
Top nigga to be like Drake and Josh.
Who are you bringing in, Red Nose? Red Nose. Is Magellan pulling up?
174 countries they have. I don't know what the heck they have there.
This nigga's pulling in the Celestial Dragon, bro.
I'll bring the Magellan. I'll bring CP0. The same CP0.
Wait. All right. So are they leaving Impel down like defenseless?
Yeah, like all the Marines, like it's an all-out war. So
why wouldn't you bring Magellan? The guys
I mean, all the level 6 are gone already. Like.
Yeah, but there's still people there.
All right, listen, bro. We don't gotta get this fucking.
Kill them all.
It's an abstract, Brago. We don't gotta worry about Impel Down being broken out.
Brago's like, there's still 372 left.
All right. Okay. So we bring Magellan. We bring the warlords, and so. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go deeper. Who are fighting the four Yonko?
World government Marines. They probably mid diff.
They mid diff.
And I'm bringing the Gorosei,
maybe even low diff.
whatever they have.
The Celestial. You said the Celestial Dragons?
Hold on.
If the
Regardless
fucking world government could low diff the Yonkos, why the fuck haven't they taken them out yet?
Regardless of which way it goes, it's
Y'all tripping.
This is so
High diff.
nigga. Ain't no mid diff, nothing. If that was the case, the story wouldn't exist.
All right, never mind. I meant no diff.
Wow, kick this man.
Who said that?
That's the right.
Who said that?
You gotta kick Rakim.
Hey, we gotta castrate this nigga. Let's castrate Rakim.
Man.
He can't speak here. He can't.
All right. Let me ask something real quick. So since Kaido is currently occupying Wano, does that mean everyone in Wano they're rolling?
Yes.
Let the Didn't they say they allied? Didn't they say they allied together? Didn't they say the Shogun? No, didn't they?
Yeah, they gotta roll for him.
They rolling, right?
Yeah, bro.
They gotta roll for him at least.
Let that boy Shiki talk.
I got it.
I'm not trying to yell real quick.
That nigga,
Because if he's working with the Shogun, then they have.
Bro, isn't Wano
The
an
Shogun's running
independent
the show,
nation?
and he's just
They,
pretty
why
much.
would they go with
it's
pirates?
his
Because
territory.
obviously allied. Wano is obviously allied with Kaido.
With Kaido right now.
It's gonna be the same
That
exact
Kaido
way that all the other
got
ones.
Wano and
Kaido,
all the
it's gonna be
samurais.
Kaido's
Yeah, so you gotta
territory.
add his forces and
Y'all
stuff.
niggas forget a crucial fact.
Before we get too off topic, I eat ass. Go ahead though.
Alright, can we let this boy Shiki talk?
Can y'all hear me now?
Damn, Chef.
Yo. After him. I'll see what after his
It's
mic.
alright, bro.
It's again Wano.
He comes back every 10 minutes.
I think what happens is Grim sent him his mic.
I would say this. Not everyone is rolling with Kaido though. Some of them are. Not everyone.
How about this? How about we have like the people?
Alright, so I want to ask you guys this, right? I want to ask you guys this since I brought up the fucking point. So, what is the gap between an admiral and the Yonko?
No. Let's not open up that can of worms real quick.
No, because I want to know. Because this conversation has that's the core argument. Because like if
that's not the core argument.
Well, it depends on who. Okay, who's fighting the Yonko then?
I will tell you right now, this entire argument is based off one thing, and this is one. The argument will never get solved until we figure this out. It's based off this fucking stupid balance of powers thing that everyone in this Discord is just fucking jerks their cocks off to every single day. That like fucking government,
You're right.
like fucking like they can just shit on all the Yonko if they wanted to because like that's the balance of power.
No, that's
Okay. You guys, when people bring up the world government, they always bring up the fact that most of the countries in the world are allied with the world government. But people also forget the fact that it was stated that the Yonkos are the ones that are in control of the New World. And if the Yonko have territory and they take control most of the territory in the New World, they control most of the most powerful islands in the New World with the most powerful people. So
imagine
you really have to imagine that the Yonko control just as much territory as the world government in terms of power. I mean, when you think of Wano Kuni, that country, I would imagine, would be able to take on at least 20 of the other countries. I mean, Big Mom, her forces, she can just wave her finger and say, hey, we're destroying this country, we're destroying that country in the New World. Imagine if they went to Paradise and tried that shit.
Yeah, no one in Paradise has anything to back that up.
Where did Fuji?
Definitely
Where did
not. That's what
Fuji
I'm
come
saying.
from? Do you guys know where Fuji came from?
I would, if we had to assume, he would say Wano.
In Paradise,
some
there's
of them
nobody.
No, you would assume
Like the
he came
lowest
from
ranks
one
in
of the
the world
174 countries that the world government have under
In
them.
Paradise, nobody's
You would assume that. Him and
What's the most
I mean, that's like an outlier. Like, come on.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Like
Germans,
like German.
But Rakim, they're saying that someone just as strong as Fujitora could come out of nowhere from the other, like from the Yonko territory as well.
That's right.
Who do they have though? There's no one that's in
isn't it safe to
admiral
assume
level that's gonna come out of nowhere.
Extremely obvious. It's extremely obvious that the most popular people in the world.
And at the same time,
No, the thing is, all right. So why is there a lurking legend that hasn't moved? Like, there's people out there that are strong that haven't moved for a while. So it's like, if you're not beating the Yonko, then you're gonna be subservient to him. That's just how it is, or you're working on it. That's been stated.
Do you think the Yonko have people on their side who are stronger than commanders?
Yes.
Most likely.
I think each Yonko has an outlier. Like, I know this is a huge theories where like look at Perospero. Like, he's not a sweet commander, but he's pretty damn strong.
He's pretty strong too.
I don't think any of their allies.
Look at Aokiji. Is Aokiji? Look at Aokiji.
But I think Aokiji's like a.
No, I feel like
that's what I'm saying. All the Yonko, I feel like they all have someone like that.
I feel like
Whitebeard wasn't shown to have someone like that.
It was Blackbeard. It was Blackbeard.
Blackbeard was on his crew.
It was shown.
No, I'm saying
he's the outlier though.
He's outlier.
It was shown that Don Chinzhao in his prime fought with Garp. Garp had to knock down a mountain just to train for his battle.
He one-shotted him.
He broke down
one-shotted him.
We haven't even seen the niggas in Kano Kuni yet, and they're in the New World. Guys.
Bro, let me just tell you this, okay?
That's the New World. We have untold.
You guys are overhyping it. Let's listen. Look at what's his name, King of Lightning, right? When we got introduced to Judge and how powerful the Germa is, he said Judge is probably top 5, right? And look what happened. Judge is garbage, right?
He represents Parasite.
Stop it. Judge it's already been stated that Judge is from Paradise, so that goes.
What I'm trying to tell you is that the strongest samurai there is not going to be stronger than Zoro at the end of that arc. That's what I'm trying to say. Like no one's gonna be
that's wrong.
no one's gonna be stronger than the calamities there.
Hey, wait, who? Wait,
Judges from paradise, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta take into account that that's gonna
other
change
than
in a way.
the Shogun, and the
Yo,
Shogun's
who?
that strong is a is
We'll
just
take into
Wait,
account. So
Rakim,
wait, so can we
Rakim.
make a comparison right now and say like the people of Whole Cake Island, like right now, like the enraged army? Can we say that like the people of Wano Kuni, whoever their forces are, could be equivalent to that?
Yeah.
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 No, I think they're stronger than the enraged army.
Why?
They'll be
Wano
around the
Kuni
same
is
range.
Yonko level.
They'll
I
be
think
around
the
the same area.
Shogun.
Actually, guys, he's incorrect that world's like strongest countries are in the Grand Line because Wano is fighting Kano for like many years. So, and that Kano's in
Wait, what?
West Blue.
What?
What is that?
Kano?
Kano
Yeah,
was in another
Kano-
country.
Kano is in
was
the
in
Wano Kuni is downside.
Kano's in the west.
This is what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Red
Kano
Nose is
Kuni's
fucking
in the
crack,
west
dog.
blue.
I just listen. I literally gave you the fact.
Wano's beef.
Kano and Wano are in heat, and they've been fighting for years.
Dude, you're
No,
wrong.
they have not.
Wano's beef.
It's never been stated
Yeah.
they were fighting.
Let last talk. Let last talk. Go ahead,
No,
last.
because you're wrong. Because it says there like
Am I wrong?
Kano's beef is with some other crew in the West Blue. It has nothing to do with Wano. Wano's thing is with whatever.
Oh, it wasn't Wano?
Because the Marines are
The
not
borders are
strong.
closed on Wano.
Yeah.
No one can even get into Wano. That's the
Exactly.
whole
So
point.
how are you gonna start
That's
beef with
why-
someone?
That's why there's no one gonna be on the
I want to ask.
Wano.
I take that back.
No,
Donald
he's
Trump
saying
set up
that.
the
He's
border,
saying
bro.
that. He's saying that because he thinks Kano is
Ain't
like.
side,
is
No,
ain't
China.
side
Kano was
ahead
in
of
the
that
And
border.
shit.
Wano
Navy.
is
I'll find it
Japan,
now.
and China
Ain't
Japan have
side
their beef.
ahead of that shit. Ain't side with Luffy. Therefore,
I'll find it
Luffy
right now,
them
though,
ain't
for
gonna be
Kano
with the
country,
fucking
'cause it's
world
in the West
government no
Blue.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kano's in the West Blue, so and they're
Wing, don't
formidable.
disprove my point, please.
Like I said, forget about the whole verses, right? What I'm saying is Kano's in the West Blue, and they're formidable. They had hockey, bro. So they got people.
They had
have to have
hockey.
people. They have to have people. Don't count like East Blue. They're
East Blue's the weakest.
Yo, those Boa sisters, they
They
were
got
formidable,
South
dog.
South
They had
Blue had
hockey.
Mr. One. South
Like-
Blue had
like,
Mr.
listen,
One, and
but
Zoro
they're
beat
not
him.
Wano
He
has
got
like
60 million bounty.
the thing is Wano has power in like quality, right? But they have in quantity.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick.
But I'd rather pick
I can understand that the outliers are more likely to come from
Yeah.
paradise.
Yeah, and especially the thing with Kano, it says here it's in the middle of a war with another country. But that country's never been stated. But at the same time, we know with Wano, their border's been closed. So who they really beefing with?
They were beefing with someone that's buying the black, the metal that Doflamingo was
Yeah, that's what
using in
Kano.
under.
Yeah, but that's what
that was the
Kano
whole
did,
reason
yeah.
that they went there was to go
And they
find the
buy
underground and
bombs.
find the
See,
metal
this
ore.
argument
Yeah.
goes far because because I was talking to Kise. Kise was saying that y'all Akainu was going toe to toe with Whitebeard. You know, they kind of like equal in power. The gap is not that big.
That's right.
Then that's what
That's right.
confuses me.
Can
I
we
don't
say
know
that
about that.
Whitebeard wasn't at his 100% because he
That's
was
what I'm
sick
saying.
that
That's
day?
what
All
I'm
right,
saying.
I apologize, Fru. All right, I apologize. I was
Get
wrong.
your guys.
You don't have to apologize to me,
Remember-
dog. I'm half
No,
trolled, but
yeah,
you are
hold on.
Remember
correct.
this, guys. Remember this. You want to bring
Bro,
facts?
I
Make sure it
don't
has the viz.
I don't think
Make sure it's
Let
the
him
viz.
finish. Let the man talk.
Come
Well,
on.
that kind of point, right? That kind of point, and like Whitebeard. Just because Whitebeard's sick, you can't just say, "Oh, he's a sick Yonko, therefore he's weaker than the other Yonko."
I think when he doesn't use Conqueror's hockey, then it's like,
Yeah.
But like, what has
Well, it all
Conqueror
depends on
played?
how you see hockey too, because I
What
see
has
hockey,
Conqueror
I see
done
hockey
He
in a
also
different way.
he
Like,
didn't have enough observation to stop Squirtle from stabbing him in the chest.
I mean, like we could also use like headcanon at the same time because it's like with
Yeah.
Whitebeard, we could have seen the full capabilities of what he could use Hoshoko hockey, considering how long he's
a
been
great
alive
point.
and how
That's
much.
the whole point.
You know?
He wasn't
so
at
imagine, like, if
100%.
imagine like, that was the first time we ever seen like actually utilize something just knocking people out, like what the true strength was. But
So is
because
this
of
pretty
what
much
situation
proving
happened, like,
Katakuri is stronger than Whitebeard?
wait, what?
What?
so
Whitebeard
Wait,
bodies him.
you're saying
Look,
you're
Fru,
saying
I'm with
is
you on
Katakuri stronger than Marineford Whitebeard?
I'm just fucking trolling.
Oh.
I was gonna say, we're
See,
gonna
this
have
is
to
what
put-
happens when you stay in the Discord. I've trolled, and then everyone's like, "Oh, really?"
I'm like Fru may be onto something.
I was gonna say,
I
we're gonna
think
put
a
him on
case
the
can
cross.
be made.
Hey,
though.
can we all agree the
I
reason
think a
why
case
Big Mom
can be
can't
made.
get hurt
there we
from
go.
hockey?
We're being 100%.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
You can't troll.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
I don't know. I don't think so.
The whole reason,
See,
the
I
whole
don't
reason
like-
Big
I don't
Mom
like-
can
I
get
don't
hurt
think the
is because
gap
of her
is that
hockey.
big, bro. I don't think the gap is that.
I don't.
The gap isn't that big at all. It's not like it's not
I
crazy.
can't imagine fucking Katakuri defeating Akainu. That would just be insane to me.
No, no, I can't see it personally.
This is how I see it. I see it like
No, but thing is,
I feel
like,
like Admirals. I feel like Admirals could defeat Yonko, right? But some
No,
Yonko.
wait, admirals,
No,
plural.
one no
Admirals.
I'm
I think
saying
Aokiji and Akainu can do it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Kuzan's weaker
The
than
only
them.
ones I disagree with are like the ones with the strongest titles. So like Kaido, he has the world's strongest title. So I feel like he is like stronger than the admirals, and like maybe Shanks, right? That's what I feel like. Just because they're called Yonko,
See, the
I
thing
don't
is,
feel
right?
like
So you think the titles that gives them another step up?
I mean, it's
Kaido's
more,
title
it's more of
definitely.
establishment than
Kaido's
anything.
title, I'd say
Establishment.
definitely.
Listen, you know how like see,
For
I
like
remember when you
Akainu
brought up this
versus Big
point,
Mom,
right?
I think like Akainu can beat Big Mom.
See, Rakim, you brought up this point.
I'm not
right?
tripping.
No, I think it's possible. Dude, Akaino's a monster. When fucking Blackbeard was on that island giving him giving jewelry bounty away,
That nigga was
the sniper
scared
dude saw
shitless.
the sniper dude saw Akainu just chilling on the ship. He's like, all right, we gotta fucking run, bro.
You talking about Van Auger? You talking about Blackbeard?
Yeah, Van Auger.
Yeah,
Well, that's the thing. That wasn't their goal, though. That wasn't their goal.
They weren't ready for it.
That wasn't their goal.
That nigga wasn't ready.
You don't engage with an admiral unless you need
Still,
to.
bro, I don't give a fuck what if Kaido if Kaido, Jack, and the two other calamities are chilling on an island. Nah, man.
Wait, Jack,
Brago, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Let's say Akainu and Big Mom were on an island, and there was no. Let's say Akainu and Big Mom were on an island, right?
Yes.
And there was no cake on that island, right?
Here
Who do
we
you think
go.
would win that fight?
Here we
Oh
go.
god.
Here we go. With this shit.
Akainu would win that, right?
Unless Big Mom turns the magma into a homie, right?
What if she like gets tired after? What if she gets tired after 8 hours? Or it's like huffing and puffing?
Then she just eats a
She's gonna
Akainu.
solo him in 5 minutes.
What? Man, that's you guys are like weird. Man.
I feel like you guys are using like plot shit against Big Mom.
The end of the story, like this
Yeah,
is
it
the
is.
story going. Is
Hey, Brago,
Akainu.
let me ask you something.
You got this, the last guy to take down.
Katakuri hop in the fight right now. And Luffy got all his stuff from like all observation hockey and all that stuff from right now. Get fresh. Who wins?
Right now?
Right
Katakuri's
now,
Katakuri.
and Luffy got all his stuff.
Luffy still has a limit, so.
No. I'm just saying Luffy got all his observation hockey and stuff that he just attained. Who wins? They fresh.
Katakuri.
I knew it.
Thank you.
Hold on, bro. Let me ask you this: is Luffy seeing the future?
Oh my god. No.
Wait, bro.
No.
What? Come
All
on.
right, hold on. Let me explain
Sense
how
the
I
future.
view it. Hold on. I feel like do you remember Isa? She was born with being able to use hockey, right? She could hear voices and like feel where people are at, right? That's a subcategory of the hockey. I think all hockey, you can see the future if you train it to a certain point. But some people are born with other subcategories into their hockey that where they can do other things with it, i.e. Luffy can sense feelings better, and Isa can hear voices and know where people are at from a long range.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So everyone, Katakuri was just born with this regular observation hockey, and he trained it to the point where he can see the future. But Luffy's is better because he was born with another, like a second ability with his observation hockey. Luffy can train it to Katakuri's point, but his hockey's better because he has another subcategory to it, which puts him on that level, and that's why he's pretty much keeping up.
Yeah.
No. We came to the conclusion, I think one stream, that Future Sight is the epitome of hockey, of observation hockey, right? I mean, that's
Right,
the
and then
that's the
there's the
furthest.
subcategories
Where
of
it's
your
like
point.
it's different paths to get to the same place, but that's the epitome. I don't think Luffy's there yet.
Yeah, I agree. with
See,
that.
I view it like
It could be the main one until Luffy masters his.
Yeah.
I view it as like there's two different views. Like everyone can see the future if you train it hard enough.
Okay.
But some people are just born with a subcategory that helps them even more. Like they can still see the future, but he can sense also, which is even better because he's using them both together at the same time, which puts him on a whole other level. And that's what separates.
Wait. So the thing is, I don't know, because him seeing the future would be like he would have to sense it. You know what I mean? Like, so what do you mean sensing and seeing the future at the same time? Do you think he's gonna get clear images like Katakuri eventually? Because I don't think so.
Well, see, that's where it goes. Where he's using he's using his subcategory with his regular observation, and it's a whole new, totally different thing that he's doing. But Katakuri is just seeing the regular images, but he was never born with that another subcategory so he can't use them, entertain them together. You know what I mean?
But I don't think Katakuri is born with Future Sight. You know what I mean? Like
No, he wasn't born with it. He was just born with the regular observation, and he trained it to the point where
I get what you're saying.
Luffy was born with the regular observation sight where he can train it to where he can see the future, but he was also born where he can sense way better than everyone else. So he uses that together with the regular observation haki, which puts him on another level.
You're basically saying that like his special ability compensate for the skill gap. You feel me?
Yeah, like say Katakuri can see 5 to 10 seconds. Luffy's only at like 2 seconds, but since he has that subcategory in his observation haki, it's bridging that gap.
Okay.
So Luffy is sensing the will of attacks and seeing the future.
No, cause
No,
like,
bro, guys, the best
you
way to explain it is
think
that
about it this way, because people were saying he wasn't using observation in Snake Man. When you're in a fight, you can't just turn your fucking senses off. Like, say you're walking down the street and you're like, oh, I don't want to smell no more.
Yeah.
You
If
can't
anything,
just turn
his
your
senses
fucking
are more
senses
alert.
to smell.
I don't want to.
Yeah. If anything, his
you're
senses are
always
more alert
using
at
your
the moment.
observation haki. There's this, when you're seeing the future, you're bringing it out and using it more. You know what I mean? You can't just turn it off like that. They're always using it.
Don't they say you have to be focused though?
Yeah, you can be focused, but wasn't Rayleigh saying learn to use it unconsciously?
Right.
He said that.
The last chapter,
Yeah.
Katakuri had to close his eyes and focus, just like Luffy did in the
No,
previous.
Yeah,
Luffy-
but
Luffy
that's
was doing that.
Luffy
Listen, Luffy's
compensating.
doing-
That's maybe Luffy compensating for the gap.
But in
Yeah,
every
exactly.
fight, though, you can't be
That's
Luffy
another
was
reason why I've been saying like Luffy should be able to do the same thing in like the
He
next
is.
chapter.
He is. No,
Yeah,
he
that's
does.
my
able
whole
to do the
point.
same
I'm saying everyone is born being
Like, we
able
done
to see
seen
the
him do
future.
it
You just
before.
gotta train to be able to do it. But some people are born with a special subcategory in their observation haki, i.e. Isa and Skypiea. She could hear shit. Fucking Luffy can sense shit better. Rayleigh could sense the whole island and how strong everyone was. Some people are just born with better shit.
I think that's a good point.
I don't think it's bad if like next chapter, like Luffy pops back and like you know what I'm saying, like the first time he was trying to see in the future, he just saw like visions of like blurry visions of the future, and like he takes that big ass attack from Katakuri, and the next time he sees like the still picture, you know what I'm saying, Haki like blooms in extreme situations. Like he got to be out the mirror at 1 o'clock, no matter
just
what.
hoping that the next chapter shows a dead Luffy.
See, the thing is, right? Like shit like this. Look, shit like this makes me mad because look, this thing is Katakuri, right? He has advantage in experience. He has advantage in Devil Fruit mastery. He has advantage in armament hockey. He has advantage in observation hockey.
No, you can't say he has an advantage in observation haki because you could say Luffy's is better.
Nah, come on, bro.
Oh my God. all right. I'm but Luffy's blessed more than Katakuri because he was
Yes, that's true. He is.
Y'all know y'all talking over Durson, right? All
That's
y'all.
not Durson.
That's cool.
That's not Durson, bro.
Oh shit, my bad. My bad.
Damn, where you at me, bro? I'm saying like every villain that been like better than Luffy. Every single villain that we done fought, like main, you know what I'm saying, in the art villain, it's always been better than Luffy.
I don't think it's ever been this bad though.
Think of it like being born as LeBron James.
All right, how much better was Doflamingo than Luffy? What was he better than Luffy at?
Okay, look. The thing is, right?
Nothing.
This one, like in this
Devil
one,
Fruit mastery. That's it.
That was it.
Like in this one is Devil Fruit mastery, experience, armament, hockey.
Everything.
No,
Every single thing. Okay, like the thing is, like when you look at it now, right? You could
Other
say,
than
like,
will, I don't think Katakuri has more will than Luffy. That's about it.
Yeah,
that's how the fight's gonna end. It's gonna be like a Rocky Apollo Creed shit where they're just fucking trying to stand up.
Yeah,
Luffy's will is way better than Katakuri's. And that's how he's gonna stand up.
Yeah, but I don't think the
that's
fight
trash.
is
I hope that
doesn't.
I thought Moria the worst matchup. What was it? Wasn't Magellan the worst matchup?
Magellan? That was just Devil Fruit though. Cause
I don't think
that was Devil Fruit. That was Devil Fruit because after he took a bazooka, Magellan was on his knees. So you know.
But who do you think was the worst match? Like
The worst matchup for Luffy
yeah,
was Magellan. It was Magellan.
yeah. Magellan was like the toughest opponent he fought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he couldn't touch him.
He couldn't touch him. He couldn't touch him.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like this fight isn't that big a deal because like
What?
Luffy can get.
But Magellan's is a Magellan. This is like his easiest.
Magellan's still a fucking crazy factor too because even with
I think Magellan gives the same difficulty to anybody.
Wait, one at a time.
Guys, you guys need to stop
sucking on Katakuri, right?
Oh,
He's
God.
like the easiest fight for Luffy because Luffy can take blunt damage, and that spear is so slow they can't hit him.
What?
Why do you say things just like that?
Somebody got to help the Ramflu, man. The Ramflu's
Listen,
in
I'm
this.
just trolling. Listen, man, Katakuri. No, I'm just bro. Luffy, the best. This
Yeah, you're
is a
still
good
lagging,
fight
bro.
for him, right? I'm lagging. This is
Nah,
a
wait,
good
wait, wait,
fight.
wait, 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 wait. Say something
This
again.
is a
Say
good
something
fight
again.
for Luffy, right? The reason why this is a good fight for Luffy is if it was a different commander, like a swordsman or some other person that can slash him, he gets like low diffed by first commander.
Bro,
The only reason he's
Katakuri,
surviving
bro,
is because
the
of that
entire
blunt,
point of the
that
beginning
blunt
of this
hit.
fight is Katakuri said, "You are not better than me at a single thing."
But then
You guys
Luffy
hear that static?
showcases, right? He is physically stronger than him. He is faster than him.
Yeah,
But
he's
one point
physically
is
stronger
right,
than him at Gear 4th, and he's not
and
faster
he's
than him.
faster than him. But one
He's not
point
faster
is,
than him.
if
Gear
you're
4
able to
bound.
dodge somebody, right? Food, if you listen, if you're able to
Wait,
dodge
I hear
somebody that
some
can see the
static or
future-
something. Some static or something.
Yeah, I hear static.
Is that me?
Shit, that was my bad. I was smoking some wax.
Fruit, if you're able to dodge somebody that can see the future, right? The spear was right in his face. Luffy had time to get his hand, grab his head, and move out the way.
Bro, I don't care, bro. It was said in the manga that fucking Katakuri was faster
Oh,
than Luffy.
Katakuri said it.
No,
Then
no,
it's
hold
all
up, Proof,
facts.
Proof.
Yo, hold up,
It doesn't say that though. Like that's his Couldn't you argue that's his observations, Hockey?
Yeah, it was never said.
No, because I don't remember exactly what happened.
Katakuri said it.
Katakuri was like, when Katakuri fucking kicked Luffy that first time, didn't he say
That was
like
Gear 2.
or some shit or something like that?
No, he didn't say it was too slow.
He did kick him and said he did say that.
He kicked him and then he said something.
Yeah, he said he's too slow. He said I'm faster. Luffy tried to disappear. He tried to blitz with Gear 2nd, and Katakuri showed up, and then he kicked him.
Yeah, he like.
But in the beginning, what it was the observation. I think they were just Gear 4th. He's on that same speed level.
They're on the same, yeah, they're on the same tier speed wise.
What do you think?
Well, the thing is, I don't know, because Katakuri was misdirecting Luffy's punches in Gear 4th.
Can we just
so,
But look, after last chapter, though, they were pretty much on the same speed.
Because you're right. After last chapter, yes, but Katakuri for most of the fight, he has been. Before Luffy bloomed, Katakuri was faster.
Exactly.
Luffy doesn't, or fucking Oda does not use a narrator in his story. So when characters say things about the fights, you can pretty much take them as canon, unless it changes later on. Unless it changes later on.
Eggman does not have as much power as
Luffy to decide what is right or wrong, right? Flambe saying Luffy took 7 critical damage. That's wrong.
That is Oda narrating the story through a character.
Luffy never took critical damage. Like,
bro, like you're trying to like change. Like, okay, that's literally what Oda was trying to do right there. It wasn't trying to fucking trick the reader. He was trying to narrate the story through another character. It's like I used this example before. It's the same thing.
I think he was giving Luffy. He was giving Luffy feats. He was giving feats.
It's the same thing in basketball animes when you see the people in the crowd like fucking narrating the story, like what's going on, because they don't have an actual narrator. They use the other people going.
He was giving his devil fruit feet because if you think about it, he was giving them fatal blunt blows.
Yeah.
They weren't doing nothing.
Yeah,
but,
that's feats for Luffy.
The spear blow is what changed the whole tide of the battle.
Yeah, they were doing stuff.
That's what learned. That's what leaned everything into what happened.
Flambe interfering played a role into that.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what I've been saying. The only reason.
Yeah, what does Grim have to say? I haven't heard Grim in a while.
Yeah. This is like, I don't know if you guys are pushing like some shit about like Katakuri in the fight, but like I think he has shown that like he's less impressive than what he should be, and like Luffy's shown that he's more impressive than what he should be because the same as you just mentioned. He's been beating this nigga's ass the entire time with Haki, and Luffy's been taking his ass beaten the entire time. And he gets back up to keep fighting shit. While Katakuri only got hit a few good times, bro. A few good times in Gear 4th and shit. And he's already talking about, oh, I see you as my equal and shit. I don't look down upon you anymore. That seems like a difference in like something's different right there, right?
The fight changed, man. The fight's different.
You have to understand that, like,
guys.
It's not necessarily that Katakuri's underwhelming. It's just the writing makes no fucking sense. Like you
does.
literally,
Listen,
hold on, be quiet, please, for 1 second. You literally just pointed out how the writing makes absolutely no sense. Luffy just got done getting his ass beat for 12 hours. He didn't get a punch in for like 12 hours, and then Katakuri is all of a sudden like, I now see you as my equal. Like, why? He didn't do shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No. Fruit. He did do shit.
He's resilient.
That's where people are wrong. Katakuri was trying hard as he could the entire time, and he couldn't get the job done.
I don't know, man, because this last chapter, Katakuri.
That's true.
Hold on. Katakuri captured Luffy in Gear 4 Snake Man, which is arguably faster than Luffy in any other form, right?
True.
So he wasn't trying as hard as he can.
And then
No, bro.
again, I hate
They're
repeating
on there
myself, but the
all-
durability piece that Luffy's shown in this fight it's just not even compared to whatever he's shown before. It's like, it's just.
I mean, I think it's just
Well, then-
Luffy's.
then that can-
It's Luffy's
That can
resilience,
show
man.
why Luffy's alive if he wasn't trying as hard as he could. Then.
Yeah. I don't know.
He really
I don't know.
was training him, fuck it.
I don't know, man.
So, but I wanna address that that point where he said Luffy never got a hit on him after Luffy decked him across the face. Remember when?
Gear fourth.
Not Gear.
So he kicked him. He kicked him right after the Merienda, before Gear fourth.
Yeah, can we make this clear?
What
I
happened
think
was
he's
in
not
base
forget
or-
about
No,
Snake Man.
Do you guys remember where he?
Oh, after grilled mochi and he sent him flying and he came back and hit him.
Am I better
and he hit
now?
him, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a time skip, right? Not time skip, but like there was like a
Time
moment in
jump.
time.
Yeah.
A time jump, right? Where it just moved in time. So like I can argue within that time frame, Luffy might have got like a couple.
Okay,
more
but
hits.
that's.
I don't know, man.
I disagree, but that's completely irrelevant to the entire point.
Yeah.
That's fucking, because he said that before Luffy got that hit in. That was the first hit, as far as we know, Luffy got in since the Marianda incident.
Yeah. I'm finna post like all of Luffy's hits in the text.
Yeah, cool. It sent it to me. It's like a that shit was crazy. Wait, hold on. I want to read this from the chat though. Victor Gentry says, chapter. Hold up. He says. Chapter 893, Luffy could already barely stand, but in chapter 894, he takes hits from Katakuri for another 2+ hours. And the damage from 895, I call bullshit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree,
just sleeping
100%.
man.
It doesn't make
Hold
any
on,
fucking
guys.
sense.
Stop it, guys.
I don't think it's bullshit. If
Let me explain to you why it makes sense, right?
Hold on, let me say something.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Go ahead, cool.
I don't think it's bullshit if we just.
I know Fruit was scared of me somehow today. What's going on?
I'm not scared of you. Bro.
Yeah,
I'm just tired of listening. Bro, listen,
Wait, let cool go, then Red Nose go.
I'll just say this really quick, and I promise Cool can go. I'm tired of these people that say controversial things just to get a rise out of people.
I'm not, Fruit. I'm not. You know me by now.
Go ahead, cool.
Hey, what
Cool's
you
kind
talking
of low.
about,
Let me
bro?
put the volume up.
All I was finna say.
Damn,
I
that's
was
too
gonna
high.
say that I don't think Artemis.
Can you stop clowning this man and let him speak?
Nah, go ahead, cool. Go ahead.
I was saying I don't think like ornament hockey, you know what I'm saying, stops him from being made out of rubber at the end of the day. Like he uses ornament hockey on his punches, but like it doesn't negate the fact that at the end of the day Luffy's like rubber, so he still like can take blunt damage. It just hurts.
What?
Before
Okay, listen. I've heard this argument 100 times, and like the thing is I hate these arguments because I keep hearing the same arguments, and I've already argued them against them. Wait, were you not finished?
I'll finish. That's all.
Oh, okay. This is what I was trying to say. Like whoever donated right there brought up the best point. Right after Luffy got stabbed, bro, he could barely stand up. Like he couldn't do anything, and now he's just like standing up and fighting like nothing ever happened. Like we already saw like a few chapters ago, like the dude could barely move.
No, but that's no. Hold on. Because Fruit. But when I first said that, what I was trying to get at is that Luffy, the feat that Luffy has right now, bro, is his durability. Like he gained. That's his biggest feat. More than Snake Man, more than Tank Man. This arc, that's his biggest feat. His durability.
Or I'd say
Maybe going into the story that will show it.
I would say his endurance though. His endurance.
Yeah, no, it's
if you want to interchange the word or maybe you know what I mean.
I got you, Grim. I got you.
Yeah, no, it's just his
It
will.
had to do with his devil fruit too, and his will.
Yeah.
How much does the devil fruit? How much does that play a factor though?
Yeah,
the
but
fact that he's rubber.
A lot.
When you guys say these different words like endurance and will and shit like that, to me it just sounds like asshole.
Relying like on his skin and
Let
tissue.
me say one thing.
No, hold up. Luffy's always
Far
had
ahead of Luffy.
durability, bro.
If he's trying his best to kill him and he can't kill Luffy, he can't be that much.
Hold on, am I still lagging?
Nah, you good, bro?
You're good. You're finally good.
Yeah, you are.
Alright, so this is.
Go ahead, Duran. Go ahead.
So, yeah, bro. I've been trying to talk for like 30 minutes.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Get him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
get it out
as
before you
far-
start lagging again.
No, I switched my mics, bro. I had to use my studio mic, bro. Like my Yeti wasn't working. That whole trash. All right, so as far as this whole conversation about Luffy's rubber being implemented in his durability, I think I call BS because like it should only be instrumental if he's going against somebody without hockey. If they're using hockey on him, it's bypassing his rubber ability, so that shit shouldn't even matter. I think the whole point of him getting up over and over and over again is just showcasing his innate durability and his will. It's not.
Yeah,
based
exactly.
off-
Hey,
It's
can
his
I interrupt?
will.
Hey,
Oh, go
Hockey
ahead. Go
turns
ahead.
out devil
hockey
fruit.
doesn't bypass
Hockey
devil.
turns
It
out
just
devil
allows
fruit.
you to touch
When
it.
did they say that does
Doesn't
that?
like,
When they say
No,
hockey
that
turns
that
out
was
powers?
no. That's the example Willie gave, describing Logias. Like
It just say you can
what
touch
happens
them. It
against
didn't say
Logia.
it
yeah, it
turns
doesn't
off.
negate
It
negate
doesn't
that he's
negate.
still rubber. That's
Like
why when
only Blackbeard
Doflamingo
can do
kicked
that.
him, he was
Okay.
still rubber in hockey.
No,
So no,
Doflamingo kicked
Okay,
him.
this is what I'm saying. Okay. I understand. Okay, so hockey doesn't like when you touch him. Well, hockey it doesn't.
It makes him
stop-
feel the pain though. He does feel the
No,
pain
it
from
makes
it.
him
Yeah.
feel-
It just makes
feel
him
the
it
pain.
just makes him feel the
But
pain.
he's
It
still
doesn't
made
negate
out
that.
of rubber. He's
Yeah,
still
he's
made
still
out
But he's
of
still,
made
but
out
no,
of
no,
rubber.
but he's still,
Rubber's
but he
made
still
for
feels the
sure.
pain though. He still feels the pain.
Yeah, it's a bypass.
It doesn't it doesn't negate it doesn't negate his devil fruit at all.
He's just more
It
durable
doesn't
and
negate his
it's
devil
more
fruit, but I
he's
would
more
assume-
durable, and then that just goes to show his will. Is
Yeah.
really
Bro,
high.
I
He still
that is
feels
this,
that pain, but
okay,
he's just
listen,
more durable.
this whole rubber makes Luffy more durable. I've never heard this until like fucking 2 chapters ago when Luffy fanboys were trying to like
Yes, exactly.
reconcile
Hold
this
up.
chap. Like they're trying to like
The only time his
explain
rubber
this chapter.
The only time his rubber
Like
thing
if you
made it
cut
more
if you
durable was
cut
Gear
Buggy in
4
half,
when
Hockey
Oda
doesn't
pointed
turn
out
his
Gear
power.
4 and his hockey was mixing with his devil fruit ability. That's the only time.
Yeah.
Okay, if I could elaborate on my argument. Okay, when you hit somebody with hockey, you're able to touch their real body, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're getting hit with hockey, you're not hitting his rubber body. So him being durable because he's made of rubber doesn't matter because you're hitting
Yeah.
his real body.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the concept that work. Yes.
Yeah.
But hold on, hold on. The thing is that even when you don't have hockey, there is a concept that does exist. And look, reread if you want, but question me all you want. Reread the shit. Luffy does indeed take damage from regular shit. If you punch Luffy in the face, he takes that damage. He just does not feel
Grim,
it.
I agree. Let me say this. Either this. Let me ask you guys this. Either Captain Kuro had hockey or Luffy got hit by a regular Captain Kuro kick and he was bleeding. So.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, and that's not the only.
That was comedy. I think that was just intended for comedy.
Comedy.
Just like Nami. Just like
No, comedy from Captain Kuro.
But that's like early on One Piece.
I thought you said Kureha. I'm sorry.
No, Captain Kuro. Captain Kuro.
Oh yeah, Kuro.
Captain Kuro's like I don't know what chapter was
Well,
that?
maybe that was so early. Maybe Oda didn't.
No. That's
Maybe he didn't think about observation. Well, he's a human being. He's inconsistent. He's not fucking perfect.
Yeah, like if you see
That's what people gotta realize. He's not fucking
Moria
perfect. He can't
stomps
write
on
a
him.
perfect story.
This isn't
He
some
has
little kid in a
inconsistencies.
corner writing in a storybook.
No,
This is an author gets paid millions with editors.
So you can either justify it and say Kuro had hockey or Luffy got hit by a regular attack.
Or
That's
it's
it.
an inconsistent.
No, but this is like
Or it's inconsistent writing, and it was
That's
very
not the
early in
only
the story.
instance. It's been uniform.
Yeah, like against Lucci, he got kicked in the
It's
face.
a retcon.
Yeah.
It's a retcon. That's what it is.
A bunch of other dudes, he got
Mm.
hurt right by blunt
changed
attacks.
it out
with
to
no
Whatever
helmet.
you want to call it, bro. All I know is that when you fade Luffy, you do be taking damage.
Yeah,
That's not, listen, Grim, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Grim, that's not supposed to
Hold
happen
on,
because
didn't
Moria
Buggy get
stomps on
cut
him
by
with a thousand
Mihawk,
shadows.
and
that
Mihawk had a
cuts.
hockeyed up blade.
Here's the thing, Grim.
and Luffy over here getting punched by Katakuri.
The thing is,
So
like,
if,
I could not.
nah, you can go, bro.
Here's the thing, like,
you go, bro. You go, bro.
Instigator V2 said Frankie almost knocked out Luffy with a strong right.
That's a strong word.
Beat his ass.
You see what that strong right did? He punched clean.
That's
through it.
That's why they say Luke. That's why they say Frankie got nerfed. He was like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he was running
He did.
the whole fight.
But I don't know
No
if
cola.
Frankie kind of did it to himself when he kind of transformed his body.
He
I
had no
think.
cola. That's the problem.
Robin
Even
just
when he
did that.
punched Rob Lucci, like, no.
Robin just stopped doing shit.
Oda does that a lot.
He
Yeah.
just made her like stand around in the background in the grand scheme of things. Like that
Hey,
was.
let me ask you a question, Brago. Now, interpret this however you want to answer it. Do you think that right now, at this moment in time, Luffy is worthy of Pirate King?
I saw you did a stream on that,
Oh,
and I didn't understand what it meant. But when I joined the stream, it was done. But is Luffy worthy of Pirate King right now? No.
No, of course not.
No.
Yeah, I think he is.
I think he's always been worth.
Come on, man. Always been worthy. You think right out of East Blue, Luffy's worthy?
No, not strength wise.
depends
Not
on how you
strength wise.
Strength is a part of it.
His will?
It all depends
I
on
know, but
how
like,
you
if
view
I
what the Pirate
disregard
King
that,
is.
We're talking
and
just
I'm talking
will.
about
The thing is, because I feel like the Pirate King has to have the strength to complete whatever Roger couldn't. So no, I don't think he's worthy. So
okay, so
What Roger couldn't.
that's no word. That's why we're saying worthy. We're not talking about like Can he become Pirate King right now?
Well, I was pointing out all the things that he's already done. To me, this.
Oh, as far as feats.
Yeah, I was like, well, not only that. That's why I asked you like to interpret it how you want.
Oh.
There's a lot of factors, like you said, like
Well, here's
fighting.
the thing.
I still think he needs a couple more things.
Pirate Jesus, bro.
Until no, not yet. Until Luffy can, I guess, protect his crew straight up versus like I would say another.
Well, Roger couldn't even do that. Remember?
Right now.
Even Roger couldn't protect his crew. They even told him like, let's run Sir, but he was like, no, we about to fade his entire fleet in the storm and shit.
And
he by luck got out.
By luck?
They need that nigga right now against the
come on,
Yonko.
He got out, bro.
That's not luck, bro.
Use that conquerors hockey.
Hey, man.
Quit playing, Brago. You know dang well that boy got saved by the luck of the D.
No,
I mean, wait. Come on, guys. We know how many times has Luffy been saved by that?
Yeah, no, not even that, bro. Like the entire thing is Luffy thought he got saved by luck when he got saved by the storm that one time. It wasn't fucking luck.
Versus Buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the conquerors hockey. Dragons conquers hockey.
How was that?
Dragon's coming to save everybody, bro. That's his role in the story.
No, but okay. Obviously, it was lucky that Dragon was there, but it wasn't luck in the sense that it was just a random thing of lightning. Like someone actually saved him. It wasn't just like a.
So do you think?
That shit wasn't luck. Dragon knew what he was doing. Dragon knew his.
That's what I'm saying. So do you think versus who's it? Shiki, that everything was luck with Roger?
No. Roger was just that guy, and like
not everything.
Dragon must have been
Bro,
there.
he didn't cause that storm, bro. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Dragon must have been there too. Like
He did it just like Dragon did with his conquerors hockey.
what if it was Whitebeard like across like the sea? And
Let me
then-
ask you.
Oh God.
Bro, no, hold on. Just think about how lame this would be, right?
Why not? Come on.
There's 100 ships just sitting there in the New World, right, about to fight each other, and then this storm just comes through and kills 99 of the ships and leaves Roger's ship.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's a
That's
sense of
wild.
beauty
Hey,
in
but
there.
that shit happened apparently. So.
Wait, I want to know, Grim. How can you say Luffy's already like worthy of being a pirate king?
Well, when I first thought about it, I was thinking like, in terms of what he's done, if I gave that to anybody else in the series, with their power level, that's why I agree with what you said.
Yeah.
That, you would say like, oh shit, this guy's a contender for this crown or whatever. This guy's got it or whatever. So I was like, okay, maybe I should start thinking about Luffy like in a better light than what I usually do. Because it's all about evaluating my perception of. But then we were talking about, all right, what about these Yonkos? If these Yonkos are the closest ones to attain the title as of like what we accept already, what don't they have? What are they missing that Luffy has right now? Is that what's gonna make him PK? Is that what he's missing to be declared or whatever? So that was really what the question's trying to explore. And shit.
I think it's his strength. That's it. That's all I think. I think as far as like feats, he has it. You talking about character? What do you mean?
No, but
As a character,
territory.
do you think he has?
Oh,
like,
territory?
Whitebeard? You know what Whitebeard was talking about? Where
I
it
think
was
that will
Blackbeard,
come with
you're not
strength.
the one?
Huh?
Well, that's probably after Wano will get it.
Do you remember what?
Listen,
do you
I don't
remember when
think-
Whitebeard was dying, right?
Yeah.
And he told Blackbeard, "You're not the one." that
Yeah.
Roger was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Luffy has that like character within him that like Whitebeard would acknowledge as like?
I mean,
one?
Whitebeard acknowledged him. He acknowledged him at Marineford, bro.
Yeah.
That
he
doesn't
probably
mean
does,
you're
but he
worthy
has
of
to
being a
establish
pirate
it.
king, though. Like you got to remember, like when you're saying if someone's worthy to be the pirate king, they have to go not just power level, right? But they have to overcome these obstacles in their way to like the point where they are worthy, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
they gotta be established.
I haven't
community,
seen
basically.
Black Panther, right? But like I understand like a little bit of it.
Oh,
But
you're
it's just, like,
racist.
thing-
You haven't seen it, huh?
That's how I told him. That's how I told him.
That movie's mid.
I don't watch fucking superhero.
He was the only person in the stream. Nah.
Anyway,
he lives in Wakanda.
He's like, I don't watch superhero movies. That Venom movie looks sick though.
Come on, bro.
Nah.
Unique.
Go ahead, Frim. Go ahead.
Okay, but what I was trying to say is, don't they have like there's scenes like these in other types of movies. This is why I'm just using it because it's the last one I remember where like the fucking main hero has to go like through this like fucking trial, right, to see if they're worthy for like whatever. Like,
Yes.
their thing, like yeah, so like Luffy is going through his trial right now to see if he's worthy for the Pirate King spot. So no, he's not worthy yet.
I don't think he's going through the trial right now. I think he just.
But he got hope on his
It depends on how you look at it. As far as a character, yes, I think Luffy is worthy. But I think he needs more strength. He needs more strength.
I'm gonna tell y'all, boy, like I
It
said.
all depends on how what you view the pirate king.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at
The
Willow
way
P,
I look at it-
he's Pirate King level.
The way I look at it is if you were to take Luffy's crew and Luffy himself and then compare him to Gold Roger and their crew, like they have to contend with their crew to become Pirate King, they wouldn't be close. as of
Get bodied.
Yeah. This guy is so lucky, right? He made two individuals. He changed their luck. Crocodile and Buggy. They were both. Crocodile was like, bro, if you read the cover page, he's like, I'll wait for my time. My destiny's like meeting Luffy, bro. He's gonna save me, change my life.
What?
What? Hey, this nigga took a line.
Where? What?
That was not in the viz.
Hey, he read the hood translation.
He read manga.
I mean, but the thing is, the story has been telling us that Luffy is lucky like the entire way. Like every arc, someone says, "Yo, this kid is really lucky." Every arc, shit. When he met what's his name, Doc Q. Like every time he goes through something, like he's lucky. That's it.
No, I can't wait. Yo, this is completely off
Do
topic.
you
but I
think
can't
is
wait
it his hockey or is it his personality that draws everyone?
I think it's his will.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it comes down to the
That's why people see the similarities.
his
of
yeah
Rocky.
King of the Pirates, that bad.
It's the will of D, man.
That bad.
Because Rayleigh, because Rayleigh sees Roger in him. Like,
The will of destiny.
Yeah.
the will of P, dog.
Sorry, I'm at work. Sorry.
Shapes the world to do whatever he wants it to do.
Yo, does anyone in here think
what I was talking about
Where
was, after Luffy beats Crocodile, they show a cover page and like his crew tries to save him. And he's like, nah, I don't want to get out yet. I'll wait. Like Oda's trying to say like, yo, this guy is waiting for Luffy to save him so he can get his shine back. And
You
come
think
out.
he's waiting for Luffy, in particular?
No, I'm saying Destiny told him to stay. I don't want to leave prison. Let me go to Impel Down. Something is there for me. Like something like he was urging. He was like thinking maybe something's there for me that can change my life.
You say his crew is about to save him?
Yeah. Like if you see the cover page. Yeah.
Cover page stories? Like there's cover page arcs?
Wait, which one?
I don't remember it.
You gotta post that shit.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
It's literally when Miss Golden Week saves him.
Oh,
and
you
does
mean that shit?
Yeah, like he says, I don't want to go. I want to go to Impel Down.
Red no telling the truth. That really did happen.
Yeah, I mean that happened, but like, would you really consider that to be like?
No, that's what I'm saying is that.
I think this nigga was like, yo, I'm done. I'm tired of getting my ass whooped.
No. Like, do you guys remember?
I think his will was just broken.
You guys remember in the SPS? You guys remember?
I think his will was just broken. He didn't want to do that anymore.
Someone asked Oda in an SPS, why doesn't Luffy kill people, right? And then Oda's like, oh, he doesn't kill people because
he breaks their will.
To him, like breaking their will and like changing their character is enough for him, right? So he did that to Crocodile, where Crocodile's like, yo, just take me to Impel Down Eye.
Yeah, I think he broke because imagine Crocodile, right? All that planning and all that shit, and all of a sudden everything is ruined. Like, where do you go from there?
By a 17-year-old little boy.
Yeah, where do you go from there? Only person that was still in good spirits after they lost was like Dofi.
17-year-old little rubber boy.
In Impel Down, why do you like change the line? Why did he escape? Wouldn't he just?
No, but in Impel Down, he killed
want to
people.
escape from prison.
Remember?
Well, Luffy has a lot of collateral damage, like, but we don't care about it though. It is what it is.
It's already been explained. That's what we care about. Talked about that whole shit where Mihawk and Luffy like met, and Mihawk couldn't like hit Luffy, right? He was kept on talking about how Luffy had like the strongest power where he like attracts everyone to him.
Yeah.
So like Mihawk already like talked about all of that.
That's crazy. Luffy got a lot of strong powers, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I told you.
Hey, I was gonna ask, are we
stop
for A69 or A96 or what?
Yeah. Brago doesn't do prediction streams on the predictions.
Oh yeah, predictions.
I got a prediction.
What do you guys think's happening in 896?
Want to go down the list?
Yeah, we go down the list.
Let's start from the top. Black Luffy's muted. Fruit.
Listen, man, I've been wrong about every single thing this life. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and be wrong again. Katakuri is gonna defeat Luffy.
All right, damn. So Luffy's probably gonna win then.
Yep. There you go, Luffy fanboys. I just fucking saved you.
Laz.
We get to the halfway point of the chapter. It's gonna like tease the climax at the end of the fight, and then it's gonna shift over to Capone and Big Mom, and then Big Mom's gonna eat the cake.
Okay. Dan. Is Dan still here?
Dan's asleep.
Doc Q.
Hit the comma.
Doc Q here?
Doc Q.
Oh, my bad. I'm here.
Predictions.
Nah, he ain't here.
Predictions for 898 or Durant. Predictions for 896.
Yeah. I just woke up. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, cool. This nigga was not here. All right, Duran.
I think we're gonna get like a little bit of the aftermath of like what happened after the dust clears with the fight, and then they're gonna switch over to Sanji and something about Derma.
Yeah, I think Germa shows up as well.
Yeah, they gotta show up soon, man.
And then they're gonna go back to like the end of the fight in Polish.
Okay.
Hassan.
Dan, are you sleeping? Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Dan, you sleeping?
that's Dan sleeping, guys.
Hey, kick this
Yeah, this nigga breathing heavy as hell.
I can't believe that's a real person.
You got a
got a hole in his chest.
That's a real person, bro.
Damn.
I heard someone was farting like while they were sleeping. That shit was funny.
What?
Bro, that's a ban, yo.
Hassan, what do you think, Hassan? 896.
I think the fight will continue to where Luffy is having the edge on the fight, and then the chapter is gonna shift. So either we're big mommies or Kakalani.
Okay. Kyle.
Personally, I think that we'll see someone laying down in the smoke. That person's obviously been defeated, but we won't see clearly who it is. Then it'll shift. We'll get some other little bits, and then we'll come back, and then we'll see someone who's actually won. That's what I reckon. I think we'll see the winner then, like at the end.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm hoping it'd be Luffy, but then I don't think Katakuri's take it down that easy. But you never know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Mirage.
I think we're first going to Big Mom and the whole stuff with Capone. Then we're gonna see the Fin Smokes, and we end with Luffy and Katakuri. And then probably I think Katakuri will win.
Okay. Red Nose.
I would say Katakuri on his back. He gets up and he sees Luffy knocked out, and then we get a flashback of Katakuri.
I like it.
Woo.
Ruffy.
I think we go back in time to where it was the start of this chapter, that time-wise, and it's going to be showing how the crew got away from Smoothie arriving to Cacao, and then it's going to cut to Capone arriving to Fluffy, and something's going to happen as a cliffhanger with Big Mom.
Chris.
And no fight at all.
If they don't show the fight, I'm killing over.
We've been getting to fight like the past couple chapters. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get anything at all from the fight.
If they don't show the fight, Oda gotta fight me.
So basically, it's gonna go back in time, and all the events that happen are gonna lead up to the exact time that the punch happened at the end of this chapter, and then maybe if they don't show the fight, or they do show the fight, it'll be at the very end, and it'll be the deciding, like they'll show the punch like landing within the dust.
Oh, so we ain't getting no more panels, huh? All right.
Chris.
I hope we get some panels, bro.
I would say that we get Jiraiya showing. Well, I should say Luffy and Katakuri double knockout. Katakuri and Luffy both walk with the mirror world. Other than them are waiting. Sanji's gonna try to save them, but then Jiraiya comes and helps them instead.
Wait, hold on. Did you say that Katakuri, they're both gonna be knocked out, but they're both gonna walk out of the mirror world?
Yeah, I mean we still have time left.
They walk out hand in hand, or it's like
I feel like it's gonna be like him carrying him out, and then they're gonna arrive at like the little mirror section where there's only one mirror, and then Sanji's gonna see it, think that he can't save
How's
them,
getting out?
and then Jiraiya's gonna show up.
How's
Because they still have to repay their debt.
That would be. I think that would be the best ending.
if Katakuri carries Luffy out in the mirror world and has him on his back, and he's like, we have a panel of Katakuri saying, "Yo, he deserves to live." I'm like, yo, I'm done.
Because that's kind of how I see it being.
He deserves to live.
Wow. He starts crying.
Oh my god.
What'll probably happen is that nigga
His entire family will come after him,
Right.
to kill him. They will all see his face.
But
and
most
start
of those
crying,
guys get
just
knocked
like
out with
Sanjay.
conquerors, though, right? Well, not really.
No, because he's not in the condition to
Yeah.
fight back.
What you
So
mean,
everyone's gonna start
you don't gotta do it.
flaming his ass just like Flambe did.
Well, everyone's not like immature as Flampe, though. I don't think they're doing that. And I'm
Some
sure
of I think the older cats pretty much have
they
known.
should know. The older ones should know.
Yeah.
And
she was just the
she
younger
was just
one,
yeah.
because
I'm pretty sure Perro knows.
they
Perro
perceived
knows.
him
Yeah,
as
Perro's
perfect, and
Perro, he
put on
definitely
that
knows.
he put on that face for the past like say
remember-
30 something years.
Yeah. So like,
And
you
he's like
remember
what
when he was a
48.
kid? Remember
Yeah,
he was a
so he's
kid and
probably
everyone was
been doing it
laughing
for
at him.
30 something
Well, he
years.
didn't have that since he was a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, they were laughing at him. Yeah, so he didn't have it the whole time.
Those guys were probably dead though. The people that laughed at him.
You think he killed him?
I'm pretty sure, because like no one knows about his teeth, right? Like
But those weren't even like siblings. Those were just like random.
Well, that goes back to the
people.
fact saying it was like 30 years he started doing it. He's 40,
48.
45?
48.
Yeah, and so he could have started like putting the mask on and the face like persona like 30 years ago when he was a teenager.
Maybe when he was even younger.
Or like like his pre-teens maybe.
Yeah.
Wing, what do you think happens?
Could have moved away. Oh, Luffy go whoop Katakuri ass. We gonna see the ending.
I like how people say that like now.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm saying, bro. Niggas wasn't saying that before, bro.
Wing's always been saying
I've been
that.
saying that for the longest.
Even
I
after
think
Luffy's getting his
Luffy
ass
go whoop
whooped.
Katakuri.
Yeah, he's always been
Nigga, I
saying
said the whole time. You can ask anybody.
He's a Luffy fanboy.
Oh,
so,
okay,
yeah,
okay. So he doesn't switch allegiance at all.
Fanboy,
Gotcha.
nigga. No, I ain't a Luffy fanboy, bro.
Bro, you started off saying Luffy's gonna whoop Katakuri's ass. Like, wait, what?
Yo, by the way,
Nah, I feel you.
did you guys talk about that Katakuri probably leave out without his scarf around his mouth?
Yeah, he's not wearing the scarf again. He's done with it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna he's gonna make an example for everybody. Like, I don't give a shit anymore. What do you guys think about me?
That's why I'm
I have some
skeptical.
flaws and stuff like
Hey,
that.
yeah, going back to the panels, that was when Luffy he fell to the ground and he was like, "Ow, this sucks. I'm hungry." And Katakuri was like, "What are you talking about?" ... And Luffy was like, "Everything that's on my mind, it feels better that way." He was pretty much telling him like, "Just be yourself."
Just let it
And
out,
it's-
dude.
Yeah, let it out.
Just let it out, bro. I'm here for you.
Because he knows what he's feeling.
Cry on my shoulder.
Y'all don't stop with this sappy shit. Y'all don't stop with this. This shit. Luffy's trying to change Katakuri mid
Bro,
fight.
you guys are just fucking messing me up that fucking.
Some Naruto, Obito shit.
You guys are
Katakuri is still a cool guy.
That's what he says, though.
You guys are having on my theory that
I'm
fucking
in pain.
Katakuri is gonna fucking.
I'm hungry. This sucks. He goes,
Join the
"What
crew,
are you
dog."
saying?" He goes, "Everything I'm thinking, it feels much better that way."
I don't know, bro. At first I was thinking that like this has to end with Sanji like somehow getting into the mirror realm, holding off all these niggas and shit like that, while Luffy's getting out or something like that, but Brule's not around. So I don't really know exactly how shit should play out, but I definitely think that like Luffy shouldn't come out of this like winning, but then Katakuri shouldn't necessarily like kill Luffy. I don't think it'll end.
Oh, definitely not. I don't want Luffy to die. I want him to learn.
No, but I'm saying like we're gonna get some like stupid like character reason why Katakuri won't do it. And I don't think it's necessarily supported. That's why I was saying.
I think if he's getting a good fight right now, so I think he already respects Luffy to the point that I don't think even if Luffy's down, he would kill him. His objective of capturing Luffy that's gone now. I don't think that's what his goal is now. So
Did we forget what this man's done, bro? This man broke into your mother's house.
he don't care. I ain't kill him all.
He don't care about that.
He don't care
Ruined the castle for his mother, and this man attacked his sisters and his siblings right in front of him.
Bro, he threw that.
Hey, my question to you is,
He don't care about that shit.
Respect a nigga like that.
He don't care about it.
He does not care about that
so
shit.
okay, so somebody breaking your house and you trying to kill them.
No, this is what's gonna happen.
Would
Wait.
Luffy beats Katakuri, and when they're about to get away, Big Mom catches up again, and Katakuri saves them from Big Mom.
Wait, Corey, has your mother been abusing you for 40 years?
My thing is like, bro, if you're trying to kill somebody, bro, you're not gonna even the playing field.
That's what I'm saying. He's not trying to do that no more. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. He's not gonna kill that.
He's not gonna kill him.
I disagree.
Then what's the point of
Yeah, but that's not logical. That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, Grim, I agree. He shouldn't have done that if like his original goal was to take out Luffy because of the threat level that he had. But that's just he respects him now.
That's the story we got.
But that's what I'm saying. That the fact that he chose to like detail Katakuri's like a character in a manner that he has a whole respecting to me hasn't really been supported like the rest of the representation. Like, don't get me wrong, we've barely seen this man in this arc But like this is kind of sudden for like this man to choose to spare this nigga just because he put up a good fight. Because he changed his man's entire life.
Listen, man, I made
Luffy has technically changed this man's
Yeah,
entire life.
in a couple hours. No, I agree. I think
that's Luffy's ability.
we should have had like some something in the beginning of the story or the beginning of the arc where Katakuri like questioned something Big Mom did. You know, where she was like, then it'd have been like, okay,
hold up.
he's
I did
teetering.
a video on this exact topic on how like because people have been saying this about how like Katakuri has been like his character randomly shifted, but if you go back and watch the fight, it didn't really shift much at all. Like it slowly progresses towards him having more and more respect towards Luffy to the point where he respects him as his equal. Like that's the entire point of the fight.
Yeah, but also, Fruit, the thing is like what Miyok already said in Marineford, like Luffy's biggest ability is to change his enemy into some kind of friends and stuff like that. And he's doing it in some. I don't say he's going to be a friend with Katakuri, but he's doing it in some way that Katakuri respect him in a matter that he doesn't want to kill him anymore.
And that's why I think that he has Katakuri on his back.
Are you trying to quantify like that power, bro? Because I don't think
that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's kind of cheating. For
this nigga about to make all the Yonkos his friends.
Yeah, bro.
That's in the series gonna be. In the series gonna be. Goofy with
I don't think that's just gonna work on Kaido.
I feel like Katakuri's still the same, dude.
Kaido, stop drinking.
No, but if Luffy brings like a bottle of sake.
Stop drinking.
Stop drinking.
Can I explain how I see the fight? Can I explain that shit? Like I feel like when you watch the fight and you reread the fight, like you know what I'm saying. The main thing that Katakuri is doing is he's saying at the beginning of the fight, like I'm better than you in every single way.
Yes.
I'm gonna beat your ass and like destroy you. So when Flampe like help this nigga get a hit, you know what I'm saying? He don't want no W with no asterisk behind it. He wants like his W straight up. So he's saying, I'll take this stab wound in the side and I'm still gonna beat your ass. No matter what's going on.
No, but I think it's more so. It's more than that because he respects him now too, right? Because previously it was not. He was disrespecting Luffy at the beginning of the fight. It was like, nigga, you're trash.
When he first came in, he was just some kid, but now he's got like a warrior's respect for him.
Yeah, he respects him 100%. A lot more.
It's
now.
like Jiren and Vegeta or something like that. Like
something like that. Something like that. Where Jiren was like, "Yo, Vegeta, you're trash." At the beginning, then he's like,
But Brago, I addressed this also in the last stream that we had. Like, the transformation that Katakuri had was already happening at the moment that he took off his scarf. That was the moment that he transformed already, and that was
that was the beginning of it. But I see what you're saying. Yeah.
He was like, I don't give them anymore.
That was kind of the catalyst, though. I think.
Yeah. It was like for him the point, like, okay, I don't give a damn. I just show my flaw. Everybody got his flaw in his crew, in our crew, but everybody has to hide because of my mother. I don't give a damn anymore, and that's why I think he shows up when he goes out of the mirror, and everybody gonna see him because he don't give it damn.
Yeah,
anymore.
I think he's done with the scarf. He's done with it.
Yeah.
But then that either kind of separates or isolates him from the rest of the crew, or everyone looks at him and says, like, if Katakuri is doing it, should we be the same way? Should we show our true selves? Because even Cracker hides himself. You know what I mean? So it's like,
exactly.
That seems to be a theme here.
Don't do that.
No, Cracker did that.
No, I hear you. No. I hear you, but I feel like they're all hiding themselves in some way where we're not seeing their true selves.
They are not themselves at the moment.
They're all scared.
I have a question.
Bro, that's correlation. You like, come on, bro. That's all core, bro. Don't give me wrong. Hold on, Manas. I 100% agree. There is a theme to something that's going on.
Yeah.
You can pick a bunch of them. But that one, like, that's so specific, bro. That correlates because of examples. It is really correlates because, like, there's a strong narrative there. I guess you could push it, but like.
What about Pudding?
Okay, one solid one, Pudding. Katakuri, 2.
And we haven't found out about the rest yet.
Yeah, no, well.
None of the rest.
Bobbin wears a mask, doesn't he? Doesn't Bobbin wear like a mask?
Yep.
All right. There we go. That's 3. 3.
Listen on Brago.
Smoothie as well.
Bobbin wasn't one of her kids.
No, it doesn't matter.
You're part
It's
of the
still.
crew.
I mean,
On
I guess.
No, but Grim, what I'm
Wait,
trying
is
to
it?
say
Is it not her kid?
Grim,
That's not her
Grim.
kid.
No,
What
he's
I'm trying
not.
to
Bob,
say
Bob
is
is just some random.
No,
Grim.
Bob is just a right hand man.
Yeah, exactly.
Grim, what I'm trying to say is
Look at Amon, Grim. She wears that. She wears that huge hat to hide her neck.
Yo, but Grim, what I'm trying to say is, Grim, is
What about Amon?
Hey, Brago.
Amon doesn't care about her
Mom
neck.
is trying to show the world the perfect picture of Whole Cake Island. It's the perfect island where everybody is happy and stuff like that. Nothing is wrong, and everybody has to hide the flaws.
Everyone has a
to
mask.
look like it is happy. Yeah.
Everyone has a scarf.
Ooh.
Everyone has a
Someone
scarf.
said like Smoothie hides her giantness. I don't know, man. It's kind of.
That would be a next level of
She
high.
uses her devil fruit to juice herself to keep herself the regular height.
Hey, Brago, we still get to say our predictions and shit.
Oh, we done. Nah, go ahead. We prediction. Now we prediction, bro.
Grim them cut me off.
No, yeah, we were at wing. We were at wing. We were at wing for a while.
No. He can go. Okay, he brought it back up.
Go ahead, cool.
My prediction is that like we're gonna see we're gonna see a scene from Big Mom, just see what she doing with Capone. We're gonna see just like 2 pages of like what's going on with Jinbei and the ship. But like most of the chapter gonna be like about like Sanji. Sanji gonna like touch down at Cow Island and probably like pull up to like put in like chocolate shop or some shit like that.
This nigga
And
said
then, like, on
Smoothie
the
hides
last
her
page-
usefulness. I'm done. Go ahead.
But like on the last page, I think it's gonna be like a tease. I think he's just gonna like the dust gonna be clearing on the fight, and Katakuri gonna be standing up, and it's gonna be like a goddamn like tease, like a fucked up teaser. So like for a
I can
whole
agree
week,
with that.
everybody think Katakuri won the fight, and all the Katakuri fans got down, stand up, and like act like this nigga won the
Oh
fight.
fuck, that better
And
not
then
happen.
next chapter after that, Luffy just stand up and beat his ass.
All right, night, guys.
Yeah, I can.
All right, lads. Catch you later, bro.
Good night,
Listen.
lads.
So.
I got a question. Like, where are we at on Katakuri's durability? Like, on one end of the spectrum, like, you know, he took multiple hits from like a gear
Why y'all
4
niggas trying to roll off
bound
that
man.
crazy shit Brago said, bro? That shit crazy, bro. Them niggas
But then
ain't-
I'm saying, but on the other end of the
That's facts,
spectrum,
Grim.
like that nigga has been fighting Luffy for like 12 hours, and like Luffy probably hit that nigga 5 times, and now they like on an even playing field, and I just don't.
Well, Katakuri did injure himself as well.
Well, he hit him more than 5 times. He hit him more than 5 times because when they did the montage, it was for them hours
Listen,
of fighting,
man.
going back and forth.
I lost all faith in Oda until these last few chapters, so I'm just gonna keep faith in Oda that he's not gonna write a shitty ending to this arc. So I'm just gonna hope that he draws something that makes sense. But if Luffy fucking knocks Katakuri out with that punch right there, and that's the end of the fight, there's a raid.
That's kind of underwhelming. That's kind of
like,
underwhelming.
I was like, so
It's
where we
gotta
at?
be
Do
a
y'all
double
think he's-
KO.
Do y'all not think he's?
You guys
like,
say that now, but it probably happened. You guys would probably forgive it.
I don't get why.
What's up, bro?
on a scale of 1 to 10,
Who
where
the
are we
fuck
looking at
is
a
Tom
Katakuri's
Marvolo Riddle?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
Devil?
Voldemort, dude. That's Voldemort.
Is that Devil?
No.
No.
That's Voldemort.
Yeah, I know it's Voldemort, but I'm saying like,
This nigga.
like
On
why?
a scale of 1 to 10, where are we looking at Katakuri's durability?
I think you gotta put it right at the top because of how destructive Gear 4 was versus like someone like Dofi.
Oh, bro.
He-
Man, that shit's like a 5 or a 6, bro.
No, he's at like Sanji. He's like at Sanji.
I mean, bro, we can't tell until
I
we
give him a
see that
7.
fight. Like, if he gets hit by that fucking punch, he gets knocked out. His durability's trash. Like,
I don't know, hard to say. Versus the main character, you have to like divide it, I think, or multiply it.
oh yeah, you have to.
You gotta multiply it.
The constant, the
Yeah,
plot constant.
the plot constant, yeah.
I got a question for you, Fruit. What if it out of nowhere somewhere just Sanji shows up in the mirror world?
Yeah, Owen comes in and saves.
Well,
the
Sanji should be
because
fast
like
enough
this.
to like, go through dimensions. So yeah.
But what is
Man,
Sanji?
I like. Listen, man, I like any theory that involves Katakuri not losing. So just keep him coming.
Okay, let me go on mine.
Go wing.
What I think gonna happen in the chapter is Luffy gonna beat the shit out of Katakuri.
Oh god.
Then after he whoop him with the King Cobra, Luffy go pop out of the mirror world and everybody try to rush this man.
How?
Sanji them go stop them. Either that's gonna happen or
How he gonna
Luffy
pop
just
out?
gonna say Saki everybody out there. Knock
It's
everybody
like
out.
it's like a Naruto.
Okay,
No,
Luffy
no,
man.
no, yo. I got a better.
That's
prediction.
literally a
He blew
Naruto
it
moment.
I got a better prediction.
I think a
feel
draw
like
makes more sense.
No, I feel like Luffy's gonna like punch Katakuri in the face, right? He's gonna break his teeth, and then Katakuri's not gonna
Break
have
his
fucked up
teeth?
He's like a Don Chinjao. He's gonna pull a Don
Yeah,
Chinjao.
Come on, bro.
Sanji
No,
rearrange
that
his face.
that yeah, that's like Sanji rearranging what's his name face, Duval.
Yeah, he's not gonna have fucked up teeth anymore. Like,
Bro, but then the whole purpose of this is like erased.
do you guys remember Duval?
Being
when he,
yourself.
like helped. Do you remember Duval?
He's gonna give him confidence. He's gonna give him confidence.
But
Listen, Katakuri's gonna call over like who's that mirror chick? What's her name?
Brule.
He's gonna tell her to take Luffy out, and then he's gonna fall down. That's what's gonna
be
happen.
laying
No, I got a better one. I got a better one.
The Katakuri is gonna have a mirror in his pocket like Brule. I was saving this for him the entire time.
He gets knocked out, right? He gets knocked out. And then
He gonna flip it up in the air, like.
Nah, he gonna do
He
mirror
got a
motion
secret
grab
Mary
him.
in the place for the
Yeah, exactly. He has a mirror in
He's
there.
like, you know, I got you, fam.
You deserve to live. Flip. Nah,
Go
man.
ahead and get a plastic.
I don't know. At this point, I just hope this isn't the ending. That last. Are we good?
Hey, I got an ending. They're both gonna be laying down, not being able to get up, and fucking Katakuri's gonna make some mochi for Luffy to eat so he can get up and
Oh
get out
God.
Like Naruto talking.
No, you're just spouting. I think they're both gonna
Eat my
lay
toes.
down and then
Eat my toes. I've turned my toes to mochi. Eat them. You can get out now.
He's gonna make him some donuts. What you mean?
Come
He's
on,
a
man.
producer.
What, galactic donuts? What he
Yeah, and
gonna
Luffy's
make?
gonna eat them when they're laying down and can't get up, and then that's how he gets out.
What he gonna put extra army and hockey on him for flavor?
Yeah.
All right, if we're giving this much hype, let's get Luffy for a second. Let's give some hype. So what's going to happen to Sanji is he's going to get a
Sanji
flashback of
Luffy.
how they're trying to make him wear a dress and his conquerors awakens. Right? And then
Y'all gotta stop with this Sanji slander, bro. This Sanji slander gotta stop,
he
man.
awakens his conquerors hockey. Then he tells Pudding, right? He tells Pudding, "Hey Pudding, don't worry, babe. I got this." Knocks out half of the crew.
Babe.
One shot's oven. He goes in, finishes Katakuri.
Wait.
So Sanji's gonna finish Katakuri?
You forgot snack. You forgot snack.
What's got to be clear here is how do we enter the mirror world in this situation?
Brule got to be
Listen,
somewhere.
man, Brule
Like, she's
will
plot.
find a way
It's
to
plot.
fuck up the plot.
I think Brule's gonna be sitting outside again, just sitting right there.
Yeah.
How? Luffy
So
gotta
that's
have
how.
a
That's
tied
what.
up?
No,
Sanji
I
does.
think that has to do if they come back. Brago, if they come back, I think it's gonna be in the house of Pudding, where still the mirror is, because everybody took the mirror out, but Pudding was not there, so the mirror is still in Pudding's house.
Do you think that's where Luffy gets out?
It's a possibility.
Couldn't he get out to like Germa if Germa does show up? Because when they have mirrors.
So y'all saying that like Katakuri comes out of the mirror, beat up, Luffy leaves that.
Brago, you got a dono.
Alright, I'm about to read it.
What about Jinbei's?
How you get Brule?
You guys remember Jinbei's crew where they're underwater and they're throwing all their mirrors underwater? Couldn't they like do something about that?
How did you guys say you're getting Brule again?
I don't know. I don't know how you getting Brule.
At this point, we don't even know what Brule is, bro. She just pop up with it.
That's what I'm saying.
They say, oh shit, I got it.
She should be tied up, right?
Brule should still be tied up in the mirror world like Luffy.
That's the reason. I think Katakuri is going to take Luffy out. That whoever said that makes a lot of sense.
Katakuri taking the L.
I'd rather see that than another Brule moment. That's disgusting.
What do you mean, bro? She got some big ass titties.
Bro.
Yeah.
I have not noticed.
Yeah, I have not either, bro. He this nigga.
Bro, I don't want to look at Brule.
Does she really?
Yeah, check the anime out too, bro.
Let me see real quick.
Nah, we know what kind of girl.
Yeah, she has a nice nose. She has a nice nose.
Let me see. Oh wait, she does.
You know the wicked
on some neck
of the
down
West.
type shit.
I guess she does.
Bro, now you gonna have King
Y'all
of
niggas
Lightning
wild,
with Brule got.
Is that Canadian
Shit
fairy
gonna
tale?
get out of control.
What'd you say?
Yeah, y'all niggas wild.
King of Lightning got Brule.
Y'all niggas really
gifts.
ain't gonna check
Grim,
Graham for that
thank
shit.
you.
Y'all ain't gonna say shit to Graham for saying that dumbass shit.
I said this nigga wildin', man.
She got some big ass titties.
I mean, I'm looking at her now. Grim is right.
Yeah.
But no, it's the fact that nigga is like looking at that shit initially.
Yeah, I don't know how you get to that. I don't know how you look at that. How you get past it.
I remember in the manga, it kind of seemed that. I was watching.
Listen, man, you guys just don't analyze the story as hard as Grim does. That's just fact.
I guess so.
If she had a towel over her face,
He appreciates the artwork.
Yeah,
Hey, that nigga got that drunk vision.
He's really analyzing them.
Nah, that boy shallow
Big
hell in
titties, big
here.
titties, bro.
Right. Let me read this. Garrett says people say Luffy just remembered Snake Man in the last chapter. I read it like he just remembered he was in a fight. It's a common trope. How do you guys feel about that?
You remember he was what? You cut
All
off.
right, all
the
right.
very
Hey,
last
hey,
second.
hold on. Can I chime in?
Luffy
I know
just
exactly.
made
Can you
this
repeat
man.
what you said? I didn't even fucking hear
Wait,
it.
hold on. Let me read it again. Let me read it again. They said people say Luffy just remembered Snake Man in the last chapter. I read it like he just remembered he was in a fight. It's a common
Can I
trope.
answer this? Brago, let me
remember
answer
he was
this.
fight after a couple hours.
Luffy just
Hold on,
made
hold on,
Snake
Graham.
Man.
Hold on, Graham.
He
Let me
just made
answer.
this one.
Go ahead, Ruffy.
I got the panel right in front of my face. If you read it like this, Katakuri is screaming, "What's wrong, Straw Hat? Is this all you've got?" It's two different panels, but it's happening at the same exact time. And as he's saying that, he stops talking after he's saying all of you got. And Luffy's laying there, he's like, "Yeah, that's right. It is time to end this." Like agreeing with him, like this ain't all I've got. It is time to end this, bitch. Then the next
I
panel,
agree. I
the next
I
panel
agree with
go,
Ruby.
the next
I
panel
think
goes, yeah. Then if you look down, Katakuri says, lowly, "Yes, I accept." Out of nowhere, and then Luffy starts talking. If you can, dot dot dot, and
Yeah.
Katakuri goes, "I already answered that," cutting him off. So basically, Luffy was just laying there, and he's like, "Yeah, this ain't all I got. It's time to end this. Let's get it.
let me go at
This is the final
The fight starts
stride.
now.
Yeah, this is
Wait,
the final
so,
stride."
the way I
I
always
don't know if
read
I
it,
like.
the
I don't
way
know
I
if
always
anyone else
I was
read it.
just saying I thought that he like Luffy was saying that this is all like base Luffy's got, and now he's gonna go gear 4. That's always the way I read
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Cause
he's
like
basically
that's
saying
all
it's time
base
to end
Luffy's
this.
got. Yeah, that's all I got for base Luffy. Cause he like you
I
know
don't
what I'm
know,
saying, cut him like in the middle of his sentence.
bro.
Yeah,
I think you guys like. I don't know. I read too simple because when I read that chapter, I just thought it was 12 o'clock. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta go. That's what I
n-
thought. Literally. It was
What?
12 and 20.
They
no,
don't know what
no.
time
There
it is.
was
As
They ain't no
12
clock
o'clock.
in
Katakuri
the
was
mirror
no,
world.
listen. As Katakuri screams, he
That was
goes,
future talk.
"What's wrong? Is that all you've got?" And after he stops talking, Luffy says to himself, "Yeah, that's right. It is time to end this." Talking to himself. So he stands up and then he goes to
So,
ask him, but
so
Katakuri before that says, "Yes, I accept," but he
I,
doesn't really say it
I
that
heard you.
loud.
You don't listen. I heard you. You don't have to quote it twice. Listen, I heard what you said, but the thing is, right?
This nigga.
You don't gotta say twice. On the
Yeah.
top
Said that
cover,
twice.
right on the top page, there's a clock emphasizing 1 hour, like no, 55 minutes left before the meet time, right?
Red Nose,
Oh
you're
yeah,
missing
that's
this
right.
point. Red Nose, hold up.
I just
You're
don't
missing
think
this.
Luffy got future sight. I just think he's like, hey, I gotta finish this. I'm done training, Sensei. I gotta knock you out now.
No,
Listen,
Red
Dustin
Nose.
already
Red Nose,
already
listen.
proved this. There's only one way to interpret it, and that's Luffy just remembered the fight right, or the form right there. There's
No,
only one way to
No,
No,
interpret
it's
no.
not.
Dude,
No, it's not. I
Luffy
just I just
Luffy
described it.
just
Stop
made this
trolling.
form.
I
This
Nah, I
form
agree
literally,
with
just
Graham.
got made.
I literally just
Nah,
explained
no,
it.
I'm
No, we
trolling,
can't.
bro.
Dang,
I
no,
agree.
no, no.
Okay, okay.
Hey,
All right, my
okay,
bad,
hey,
my bad,
hey,
Fruit, my bad, Fruit.
If
hey,
that was the
Grim,
first time
hey,
you said
Grim.
how
Let me
much
ask you
space
something,
man
Dan. If you believe this form just got made, why the hell could Luffy say this form is I'm much faster now? All of a sudden, he just created on the spot.
he just said time.
Because
You did the
Luffy,
same thing for your second.
No, no. Let him answer.
we've been shown that Luffy this entire time, or it seems to be like a molding ball. I don't know if either of you guys read the Legend of Korra Avatar. They have metal bending there, and they have this example where a lot of the metal benders, there's this ball of metal, and they're able to shape it into different forms. That's a perfect example of what Luffy is. His Gear 4th form allows him to do different things with his body and specialize in certain things. Luffy knows how fast he can get by forcing his body to a certain position or in a certain form. So that's why he understands that. It's the same thing with sprinters in real life. A sprinter knows how to position himself or get in the right form so he can run the fastest. He knows how to posture his hands so he can get down the fastest while he's going
Yeah.
up.
I was just about to say that, like in a sprinter, like you know
Yeah,
when.
that's why. That's what I'm saying. Luffy addresses the fight. He sees the need for he needs, and he makes form for it. This he needed excessive speed and tracking, so he made Snake Man. Just now, he says to call it something. That's why I say he makes these right in the spot. There's no foreshadowing.
Grim, I disagree with that. I feel like
Yes, he did. Hey,
I
foreshadow
feel like
these
Oda.
days
I
on.
feel like Oda already had this all planned, right? But what he did was he didn't really foreshadow it, which makes like the community think that he didn't have this plan and it's just on the spot. Like,
I felt
to
like he
me,
foreshadowed it.
I mean, Oda could have had this plan, and it could have still been something
Yeah.
Luffy made up on the
Dude, that
spot.
nigga has
So
a whole
I'm
book
talking about
Gear
Luffy,
Force.
not
He knows
Oda. I'm
all
saying
about
that Luffy, the character, made this.
Can I say something real quick?
no. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is that
because the thing is,
he's had this
let
from the
me say
beginning.
something. The theories about around Gear 4th have been around there ever since the original Gear 4th form, because it wasn't called Gear 4th, it was called Gear 4th Bound Man.
Man, right?
Yep.
So Yeah, that's all I
There's
have to say.
always
Like,
multiple
Dude, I
forms.
remember watching a stream about
Yeah.
when that chapter dropped. You guys specifically said in that stream that there could be other forms about it if you go back and look.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not always
And
the
then
case.
when we
When
and
he
then
when he
when we
did gear,
saw
when
Tank
he did
Man,
gear
The
third, he
Brago
said bone
archives.
balloon or something. You could have assumed those other forms of gear third.
no,
But that'd
bro,
be more so
that's
his
like
like
a
move than
technique. It's
anything.
not a form.
No, I'm
That's
saying just
actually
because he said something
that,
after it doesn't mean
that's
that.
that's
I
actually
don't.
He didn't say
when I first
bone
started
man.
thinking
Like, I
about
don't
this.
even remember that. Is that some
He
janky
didn't say.
ass
He
nonsense?
didn't say
Yo,
balloon
that's a
man.
technique. That's
Wait,
that's
what?
not
Say
even a
balloon
form.
man.
If you guys remember back in the beginning in whatchamacallit, anybody whatever, he's fighting Lucci or whatever, right? We see him pull out the gear third for the first time, and he has big ass arms, big ass legs and shit, and he's shifting it around. Well, when I first saw that, I assumed that his gear fourth would be him like having all his limbs be giant at the same exact time. So that's why I perceive this like gear fourth as being a variation of that. Instead of him being just giant and being able to switch that shit around, he can now change his entire body into any shape or form that'll make him do best. We whether we like it or not, in this past chapter, we got some more of the bullshit about if he has 6 arms or not, if he has multiple arms or not. We got some more of that bullshit. So it may be that something's going on with his fruit. He may have attained more control than what we are asking. But I think this
Another
is
thing too.
makes up.
He says muscle balloon when he goes Gear 4, so he says the same thing for Gear 4 too, but like it's just different.
Yeah,
It has
we
nothing
do
to
know
with
for
what Gear 4 does.
yeah, and we do know for a fact he's not
The
producing more
distinction there.
arms either.
Hold on. The distinction
Oh,
there is that
that's
he
important.
calls it muscle balloon, so we know what he's like pumping up, right? Before he called it
Yeah.
bone balloon, because he was pumping up his
Yeah,
bone, right? But then for the forms, he puts man at the end. He says bounce man.
Yeah,
and
he's
he
like
says,
bounce man,
and he
tank
says
man,
tank
steak
man.
man.
Yeah, so like that
And
tells you
so
he has other forms.
so when he said bound man at first, everybody speculated, hey, he might have another form, but like it's just speculation at this point. Then he goes against Cracker and he says tank man, and everybody else is like, okay, well this nigga definitely has more than one form. So like I don't feel like Snake Man is an ass pull. I mean I understand what people are saying. Well, like okay, why is he just not using this? But I don't feel like it's far fetched.
I didn't say it was far fetched. I'm saying that he makes his own spot. Like
Yeah,
this, that's
I
his
don't think
power.
it's an asshole.
I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
he
his
made.
power.
I don't think he made it on the spot.
I think Luffy
the
knew
way
exactly what time it was.
He probably had an idea of like what he wanted,
I mean,
even if he
knew
wasn't
when he
finished.
Okay,
He knew
but
how long he could last in that form, and he knew exactly what time it was. That's why he said it was this. It's time to end this.
right.
After he got up and talked to
Well,
Katakuri.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's the in general. That's why I said like if you're a fighter and we know that Luffy trained as a fighter, not just in hockey only, but he fought as well, incorporated shit with his shit. That's why he has a form that has hockey in his devil fruit. Like he's experienced with his body, and I'm saying that experience and that knowledge that he has of his fruit that's advanced now allows him to do crazier things than it was before. Shit like Gear Fourth, to where he can form his body into any shape or any aspect that he needs to do the best in that particular fight. He makes these
Let
on
me
the spot
find
situation.
find that real quick. The way I've
He
always
made
read
all
it,
of them on spot
that Luffy
situation.
like, Wayne.
Yo,
The way
Grim,
I-
Grim, I got a
That's
question.
simple
Yo,
question.
Grim, I got a
My
question.
bad, but I just got a simple
What's
question.
up,
I
bro?
kind of get what
Let me
he's
go real
saying.
quick, right
Do you
quick.
think
I kind of get what
Luffy? Do you think Luffy's stronger if he gets like a weapon?
Yes.
God.
Oh,
No,
why
not
did I
you.
let you go to say that bullshit?
Yeah, but let's not start that though.
It's
Yeah,
just like
like,
Katakuri and his spear.
let me
It would be the same exact
You
thing.
sure, Grim? Grim, you sure?
the way I've always read this fight is that like you know what I'm saying like Luffy like knew he had Snake Man the whole time in the fight, but he knew that Snake Man wasn't gonna be enough to beat Katakuri. Because I feel like Snake Man is still weaker than Bound Man. It's just faster. Like it got proved in this chapter that Snake Man is not enough to beat Katakuri. Because once Katakuri closed his eyes and started seeing into the future again, he started being Luffy ass. And like we seen for a fact that like Luffy did not use observation hockey in this whole chapter. Like the shit that he used when he closed his eyes, he hit Katakuri in the other chapter. Like he knew that he could hit him, but he knew that he wasn't gonna be able to like sustain hitting him. So he was gonna say, I'm gonna wait until I build my observation hockey enough where I can close my eyes and be able to hit Katakuri, just like Katakuri was able to do in this chapter. And like when the next chapter and we see the fight again, he's gonna do the same thing and be able to beat Katakuri in the fight.
Okay, cool. This is how I see it, dude. I feel like throughout the fight, he was building up his observations hockey, and once he could be able to hit Katakuri, like not every time, but sometimes, right? Without making Katakuri, without Katakuri not being focused, right? Before when he hit Katakuri, Katakuri wasn't focused, right? That was the only time he could hit him. But then I feel like Luffy, he was trying to build up his observations hockey, so he didn't so when he went Gear 4th, he knew that now his hits could hit all the time without.
Oh my god! Why do people say he
fuck,
has
what am I saying,
observation?
dude?
Why do people say that he has future sight, but we don't? There's no. What's the
Bro,
panel?
he does have future
It
sight.
He
is.
does. He
He
does. I
don't have
explained it
future
earlier.
sight.
I
He can't
explained
see.
it
Guys,
Yes, he
earlier.
He
does.
cannot see into
Yes,
the
he
future,
does.
bro.
guys, listen,
Yes,
guys,
Yes,
he
he
listen.
does.
Oh my
can. They
god,
know.
Everyone in the world is born able to see into the
guys,
future,
listen.
but some people are born with subcategories in their
Woo!
observation that enhances it. Just like
Oh
fucking having
no,
Isa that was
no,
born with being able to hear voices from far away and feel their power and shit, and Skypiea. Luffy was born able to sense people better, and he can see into the future. Katakuri can just see into the future, but he can't sense really good. Luffy uses both, which makes his observation better, and he's bridging the gap.
Luffy's
He
spitting
just can't see
facts.
into the future as far.
Luffy cannot
Can I
see
make
into
one
the
more
future.
prediction for next week before I
Go,
dip?
go ahead, Chris.
So next week, Brago is gonna host a fighters tournament. Okay, see you guys.
oh
Wait,
yeah.
wait, let me say something, right, guys.
Bye bye.
Foob, I wanted to answer this one point you brought up, right? That Katakuri is better than him, right? I don't think Katakuri was faster than him in the beginning of the chapter. He didn't know. Yeah, it was an hour ago. Because I'm working. Dude. Leave me alone. I'm at work.
It's fine, bro. Go ahead.
All right.
Say, leave me alone. I'm at work.
Leave me alone, bro. Bro, listen. All right. The thing is, right? Luffy is faster than this dude. That's why he can't hit him. The reason why he was hitting him in the first time was he didn't know he was following him on the second route. He always dodged him.
This man got a call in the middle.
What's in the middle of the office?
No, hold on. I just want to tell you this.
That's
Red Nose thinks
wild.
Red Nose thinks Dofi's stronger than Katakuri, and he's trying to push that whole thing onto you guys. That's why he wants to shit on.
I'm kicking him from the server. I'm not letting him speak another word.
Dopey's throwing cat.
Stop, brother. Stop.
Brother, you want to stop?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
That is the most blasphemy.
Dofi took more blows than goddamn Katakuri did. I just want you to
Katakuri
know
still
that.
got knocked out, bro.
Talk about this nigga.
Hey,
He still got knocked out.
Katakuri's just not used to getting hit like Luffy is either, too. You could.
Yeah, and besides, durability isn't the only thing that fucking matters, bro. Just because the character's more durable.
Yeah.
Yo, this fighters, bro.
It matters right now.
Yo, this Naruto striker shit is raw as fuck.
I heard it's trash.
Yeah, it's absolute trash. I played it.
I heard that shit's trash, too.
Nah, bro. Come get this
What
shit.
makes it good, Grim? What makes it good?
There's just more features or more dynamics in the fighting than there ever been before.
Yeah.
So once you get used to it, it'll be really good. I think this is exactly what I wanted. You have the freedom of strategy and shit, and the jump niggas.
Oh, you want to jump niggas? Dude. Yeah, I haven't heard any good things about the game.
Bro, I played the beta and I was like.
I mean, just heard a good thing about the game.
No.
Before this, obviously,
the
definitely.
most simple way to put it is okay, this is cool for 2 hours and then you're over it.
I don't know. I'll wait.
The worst thing is the wait times. Beta, it dead ass took me 5 minutes to get into a match because niggas kept leaving.
Yeah, I heard the server's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Worse than Fighter Z?
Fighter servers are trash too. Every time I play, I'm good.
No. I'm just saying Fighter Z. Hey man,
It used to be
should
trash.
be getting kicked out.
I was getting kicked out of the beta. I haven't gotten kicked out of an actual match ever.
We ain't play on Xbox.
Oh, makes
you gotta
sense.
kick that
Yeah. That's why it is Wing.
yeah.
That's why it is Wing. I'm sorry.
Listen, man.
That ain't getting fixed, bro.
You gotta
What
kick
you mean that
Wait,
getting fixed?
That ain't
Wait,
getting
do your
fixed,
thing,
bro.
You can't be letting these console elitists they're saying one console's better than the other when they're both just trash compared to PC.
What are
There
you
you
talking
go.
about? Listen, hold up. When is Red Dead coming to PC?
Who the
Later
fuck
than
cares about
consoles.
some stupid
Red
ass
Dead?
cowboys,
Later than
bro?
consoles.
Yeah, that shit
Later
just
than
got pushed
consoles.
back. That shit just got pushed back another year.
All right, here, I got a better question.
Fuck about
When is
Cowboys.
Spider-Man coming to PC?
Spider-Man.
Nigga, you just said what I
Woo, baby.
That whole
Spider-Man's the
hard.
best.
Just
Bro,
like
are
50
you
Spider-Man
serious?
games.
Who has ever played a Spider-Man game? Are we
What,
3 years
nigga?
old?
Are you serious?
Are you serious right now?
Are you serious? Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to
I
yourself.
graduated elementary school 12 years ago.
Alright, bro.
When
No, but
has
apparently this
when-
is
when is
it's
PC
gonna be
getting
the
a Zelda game?
Spider-Man version of Arkham Asylum, so it's gonna be the real it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm playing a Spider-Man game at this point in my life.
That whole look-
Come on,
okay,
Spider-Man.
did you play Arkham Asylum?
No, I didn't.
Listen,
Oh,
bro,
well, then you
there's a
missing out on
black
life.
Spider-Man in there
I
too.
know
you
Devil. I saw Devil
There's a
playing.
black
Devil, was that what you were
Spider-Man
playing?
coming
Arkham Asylum?
It hasn't come out yet.
Arkham Asylum, nigga.
Arkham
No, I don't even
Asylum
own
is
Arkham
lit.
Asylum.
Oh, okay.
Arkham Asylum, the old one.
Arkham City, any of the Arkham games,
Arkham
them hoes
City
go
and
hard.
Arkham.
Yeah.
Those games just don't intrigue me anymore, man. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Hey,
whatever floats your
Brago.
boat.
Yo.
Brago. Hey, man, Black Panther good for the culture.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, bro, I gotta talk to you about that, bro. How do you not know about any of the Infinity Stones, fam? You
Bro,
wild.
listen, bro, man.
superhero movies.
Listen, man. When
Hey,
I watched
stop it,
when I
bro.
watched
Stop
the
it.
Avengers and shit, man,
Anti-Black
I did
Panther.
I forgot all about like some
Bro,
Infinity
you're
Stones, bro.
wild and you like, bro.
When was the last time the Infinity Stones were relevant?
I don't like.
Nigga, and
That was like 10 years ago, bro.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor
no, bro. Doctor Strange
Oh,
with the
yeah.
time gem. Yeah,
I
stop
forgot
it,
about
bro.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's one of them.
Stuff. Yeah, the time
Yeah.
stone.
Hey, man, listen, man. That's not what I
Okay,
watch.
so so remember the Tesseract from like Avengers and like the blue one that like
No,
they
what
can
was
go
that?
through space and time.
Tesseract.
The
Sound like a
Q,
Pokemon.
the big Q.
Okay, bro.
The blue
Okay,
box,
so
bro.
remember the first Avengers movie?
The
Loki,
first one. What was the first Avengers movie?
when they all got together for the first time.
What happened though?
Loki.
Remember Loki tricked
And they had
everybody.
he had
Lumber
all the,
Hulk
he
beat
opened
the
that
shit out
portal
of
in the
Loki.
sky, and all
Okay,
those
okay,
aliens
okay,
came
yeah,
to
yeah.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
The thing to open the portal was the blue stone.
Okay.
The Tesseract.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one stone. The time stone is like what Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
That's another one.
Yeah,
what's-
Brago, by the way,
Vision
I'm
has
sorry, I have to
one.
interrupt you, but a lot of people are
Okay,
complaining
yeah,
in the chat
Vision.
that they haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if you want to
Okay.
talk about it.
Oh, we're not talking. We're not talking Black Panther. We're not talking.
Yeah,
about
because
that.
this is
Nah,
like one.
we just talking
a lot
about
of
Vision.
people are-
Just know that it's fire and go watch it. But go ahead.
Yeah, just know
Vision
it's another
has
trash
the Mind
superhero
Stone.
movie.
Yeah,
Vision.
the
That's in his head, right? That's the thing, right?
Yeah, he has the
Yeah,
Mind Stone.
yeah.
And then you saw
The
Guardians of the
Collector got
Galaxy,
the-
right?
Yes, I saw the first one.
The
The
purple
collector
thing.
got the
that's
reality stone.
Yeah, the purple thing that was like they were all holding at the end of the movie when they held hands and shit.
Oh, that's what that was, man.
That was the
Yeah,
that's the
reality
stone
stone.
too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's the
pretty
power
much
stone,
Thanos,
and
he
they
has
got-
his gauntlet, and like you saw how powerful each of the stones were in the individual movies.
Right.
When more gets together, they enhance each other's abilities. So pretty much Thanos, he destroys worlds and shit. So when he comes together, like he gets all the stones together, he's gonna fuck shit up.
But how they let this
Didn't
nigga
he,
get
like,
all the stones though?
Well,
Didn't he snap
I
his
mean, the
fingers and
collector
walk
has
He's supposed to
versus
kill half the universe.
Yeah,
he
and
snapped his
then
fingers and
and
destroyed
since it's a
half.
two-part movie, he might kill half the universe, and then Doctor Strange might bring niggas back with the time stone. We never know. Because in the comic books, Falcon becomes like Captain America, Bucky becomes Captain America. So like Disney's gonna use this as a way, like whoever contracts aren't gonna be renewed, they're gonna kill them niggas off.
But at the end of Black Panther, they called this nigga Bucky the White Wolf. So I think he
Yeah.
may.
Okay. So the White Wolf,
Oops.
Okay. So the White Wolf, he's a part
Spoiler
of
alert.
fashion.
They got-
The White Wolf is
Yeah.
he's like an adopted son of Wakanda.
That's
He's
not a
like
part of
only
the
white-
movie though. That's like an extra scene. But
Yeah, it's like extra credits.
yeah, that's extra credits. We're good.
So he's an adopted
Extra
son of
credit.
Wakanda. Post credit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, post credits.
Post credit. I'm sorry. I said extra credit. The White Wolf, he's like the adopted son of Wakanda. He's pretty much like the only white male that's really allowed in Wakanda.
Yeah.
Or he's the only like white Wakandan citizen per se, and he's a part of like this secret police force. So he do like
Oh.
espionage shit.
That
You
sounds
mean
like
Tell me how you
or
guys
White
are calling
Ops?
me
Yeah,
racist
hold
for
up,
not
hold
seeing
up.
this
That
movie
sounds
when
like
white people aren't
Naruto.
even allowed in Wakanda.
That sounds like Naruto, where
And
like
think about it like as the
they made
Ambu
the
Black Ops.
Uchihas. Yeah, they
Yeah.
made the Uchihas like the Ambu or whatever, and then they
But yeah,
segmented
like,
them and
so-
they killed them off.
So in the comic books, Bucky isn't the White Wolf, but like and it's this dude named Hunter. But like as like in the movies, they like get like 80% of the comic books, and then they flip it and work it around.
Yeah,
to do what they want
they say what they're doing. They're combining all the
Yeah,
different like.
they combine a lot
so,
of different
yeah.
storylines.
Yeah, so I mean Bucky, he could be that, or they say it could be the
He could
kids.
be the next Captain America. Because
Yeah,
he's about
yeah.
to get a vibranium arm.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I
I
don't
will
know.
not say anything, Brago, about the Black Panther movie, but is the last quote the strongest quote that you ever heard in a movie?
Nah.
One of the strongest, like in the Marvel
I
movie?
think as far as
I don't
being
even remember
relative to me personally, I would say it's one of them.
Yeah, I
Relative
agree.
to Marvel movies, I would say.
Yeah, I mean Marvel movies.
But Marvel
yeah,
movies
I'm
doesn't-
definitely
Marvel movies
Marvel
don't
movies.
really have too many strong quotes.
No, well, there's one that's better than that. When Iron Man asked him, "Did you know?" and he stayed silent. That was probably stronger.
What?
What? What are you talking about? What are those?
Talking about Civil War.
Wasn't
no.
Ultron? Ultron had the best quotes. though.
What was Ultron's quote?
Yeah, Ultron just said a lot.
Now Ultron's just saying shit to be creepy. Those weren't good quotes.
Like he was just
He's
pretty
talking
much
about
shitting on
humanity.
I
people.
liked Ultron a lot though. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, he was
Ultron had
cool.
amazing
I like
quotes.
him. Ultron had a lot of quotes. I can't like name any verbatim, but like he said some shit.
I think this is the most memorable quote for me. That I don't think I'd ever forget this quote. Personally.
I mean, I forgot it.
You forgot it. Okay.
But he was just talking about like
Oh,
my fault. I won't say no. I won't talk about Black Panther. I apologize.
Just go watch Black Panther, man. It's
Yeah,
a phenomenal movie, man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It's a phenomenal
Yeah.
movie.
Hey,
Actually,
I heard when y'all was talking about like y'all order of the movies or like what y'all thought was the best ones, like besides like Civil War, like I thought Homecoming like is a good run for like Black Panther's money.
Hold up, let me hold up. Yo. Like the stream, people. Like the stream. Subscribe. We'll catch y'all later.
So, no. I'm not saying.
I appreciate the chat coming through. I appreciate the
I'm
chat
not-
coming
I'm
through.
not-
I don't want to spoil them, but I want to get it right into these movies. I appreciate the chat coming through. Like the stream. We'll catch y'all later. I appreciate you.